This episode of the Go to Bed podcast is brought to you by Enduro Fest, May 4th at the Wild West Motorsports Park just east of Sparks. If you hit the Mustang Ranch, you have gone too far, but not all is lost. You might want to stop in there too. And this is an AMA Extreme Enduro event, so you know it's going to be sick.
We've got Cody Webb, Ty Tremaine, Kyle Redmond, and Destry Abbott. And we hear there's going to be some amateurs there, kids, and the pros. So, moto guys, if you don't do off-road much, come try it out.
And I've done this event a couple of years ago, and it's gnarly. But yeah, they're definitely racing for all types of riders out there. So give it a shot. May 4th, Sparks.
Enduro Fest.
Be there. Go to bed.
But we're going to get unblocked.
Sometimes you see him out there and he's just fucking asleep.
Get a pillow, get a blanket.
No, I'm not a fucking dirtbag.
Go to bed. Tired, dude.
Good night. Go to bed. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Go to Bed. I'm your co-host, Fiki, joined with my co-host,
JP.
And before we get too far into it, we want to shout out our sponsors at EnduroFest on Instagram, May 4th.
Sparks.
Be there. And also Walden's Coffee House here in Reno. 3 different locations, Wells, Arlington, and Mayberry. And you can head in there for the best burritos in the West, some coffee, I guess.
Yeah. Water.
They got fucking paper napkins.
To go.
Good to go boxes. Different shit like that.
Yeah.
And tell Michael or Manny to go to bed and you'll get something for free. And it's Italian family owned.
Yeah, that's up northeast.
Northeast?
Depends on where you are, but for a lot.
Depends on where you grew up.
Yeah.
All right. Today we're joined with a very special guest, Mike Lucido. Mike, how's it going?
Yo, hey, what's up?
Yo, hey. All right.
He's here.
First off, most importantly, I still have you in my phone as Mike Lucid Kid because the first time I ever messaged you on Instagram like 4 years ago, I thought that was your name. I thought it said That Lucid Kid, not Lucido Kid.
Fucking evil kid.
So still,
nice, man.
To this day, Mike Lucid Kid in my phone. But yeah, give the listeners a little bit of a backstory on who you are, what the fuck you do, all that shit.
Yeah, so I'm like an artist and photographer nowadays. So started out painting in town, having some art shows, doing some murals for like 10 years. And decided recently, the last like 2 years, that I want to do some video and photo work. Because selling fucking photos is a lot easier than selling art.
Yeah, I bet,
because nobody gives a fuck about art.
It is weird because why is that? Do you know?
Yeah, dude. Well, everybody needs it. Everybody needs photo and video shit.
Right.
So it's
right.
like there's a demand.
Yeah.
And nowadays there's an even bigger demand with social media.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and then
true.
selling art was just like, I'd paint something I thought was fucking sick, and then everybody would think it was whatever, and then my whatevers were awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I was never happy with what I was putting out. It was just a pain in the ass.
If you guys are local here in Reno, all the listeners, if you go downtown, you'll be able to spot a couple spots like the power boxes you'll see with some cartoon raccoons all over them. That's kind of Mike's like signature character, I guess, the raccoon. So Mike did all that shit.
The Radcoons.
Radcoons.
It's called Radcoons.
There's one by the river and the whale. There's 2 there, right?
There's some there. There's some
one at
Radcoons down there.
I think.
The Radcoon's name is Rad.
Rad.
Wow.
Fucking
That's creative, dude.
No,
Even for an artist, that's fucking creative. And if you look at pretty much any one of my album arts that has drawn, like the Unbound cover, Born and Bred, I think you only did those 2. And you did Home Team. And then now the singles that are coming out this year, drawing all of those. So any of the sick drawings that are on any of my art for the music stuff, Mike did all that. He did the Bad Touch logo, the van, the van, bunch of shit.
The gloves.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh,
well,
the
gloves
gloves?
aren't fucking in production yet, but we're getting there.
Goddamn
Yeah,
My
China.
homie, no, dude, I've switched to Pakistan.
Pakistan.
Oh,
My
fucking
homie
good
Wahid
luck.
is handling it now.
Yeah, Wahid. I think his first name's Wah.
Yeah, Wah and Heed.
Yeah,
Wahid.
No, that's his whole name.
Wahid,
is
hurry the fuck up.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
go.
Wahid's killing it, dude. He like actually makes the shit and sends photos and like
Yeah.
not like China where you just don't hear from them for 2 months and then you get a package with the wrong gloves. You're like, oh, all right, sick. Another 2 months down the fucking tubes with this shit. At least Wahid's like, yeah, I understand. 2 days later, here's a
Oh,
glove.
sick, dude. There they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the paper cup coming out.
Yeah, we got
Sick.
the 90s paper cup glove, but
That's tight.
yeah, so we're still trying to get those going, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so you've what else have you worked on? I guess that viral, that was pretty viral, the sheriff's video. I'm sure a
That
lot
was
of people
funny.
in Reno saw that.
That was good. Yeah, the all the sheriff's office or law enforcement agencies around the states did that whole lip sync battle, and of course they were like, "Should we do one?" I was like, "I got a pretty good idea." We did it in like 3 days. I tried to find like the biggest, baddest dude at the sheriff's office because there's a few monsters who work there, like, just some big motherfuckers. Went up to one. I was like, "Dude, I've never met this guy. He's fucking huge." I'm like, "Hey, I got this idea. I want you to sing this Adele song. What do you think?" And he's just like staring at me like, "Get the fuck out of my face."
Like, do you even work here?
Yeah. And he's like, I like it. And he was totally into it. And he ended up backing down. I think he got a little nervous.
Yeah.
But I got this other dude. Shout out to John Schutte, super sick canine deputy. He's like, I'll do it. He looks just like Freddie Mercury,
Yeah.
which fucking, I'm an idiot. That's what we should have did.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been way better than Adele. But yeah, it worked out. I mean, it was a hella funny video. It went viral. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool, dude. I laughed at it. I
And
liked it.
Yeah, it was cool.
The Comma music video for me and Savvy, the one that we
That's
like
right.
made fun of a country video, you helped us with that. All
Yep.
the epic like slow-mo, B-roll, fucking corny ass country shit.
Yeah, and the drone shots.
You guys need
Yeah.
corny ass country shit, hit me up.
That's right.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah, saddle up, bitches.
Yeah, dude.
Um,
You're killing it. So what else do you have going on? I mean, you started as an artist. You still do the drawing shit here and there.
Yeah, so now I'm really selective with it, like super selective. Always like helping you out because you let me do whatever I think would be cool.
Yeah, probably too much. I'm like, here's my idea. Like, if you come up with something fucking else, like, all right, we'll run that too.
Which is fucking awesome for me. I definitely turn down a lot of stuff. When it comes to painting and stuff now, I'm super selective. I don't want to paint your grandmother who passed away. I'm sorry.
Dude, why not?
I didn't know her.
With a raccoon tail, dude.
It's like whisper.
I'm always like, well, what do you think about a raccoon instead?
Let's do the grandma thing, but
I got hit up for a commission. It was a while ago, but somebody's like, "Hey, I love your art. I love your style. I love the cartoons. I was thinking to have you paint me something. I'm thinking, the fucking San Francisco city line, the bridge, just like everything San Francisco, like a portrait of this person." And I'm like, what the fuck? This isn't my style. Like, what are you talking about? You just said you like my style.
right.
And then I'm just like, my only response was, how about a bear?
They're like, fuck.
She didn't think that was very funny.
Yeah, well, what
But
do you
yeah,
expect,
I'm
dude?
super selective now because I wanna paint what I want to paint and I want to draw what I want to draw. And I was tired of doing random commissions and just doing it for money. Now I just want to do it for what I enjoy.
Yeah.
So trying to fit that in to this photo video world, which got crazy out of hand, which is awesome. It's what I wanted.
Good problem.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good problem for sure. I have found out that it doesn't give me the same satisfaction or joy that I thought it did. I was like, yeah, this is my thing. Like, I'm in my element. Like, this is where I, chill out. But recently picked up a paintbrush again and was painting on a piece. And I was like, dude, this is what it's about. Like, this totally shuts me down. Like, this is the relaxation. So recently realized that it's not the same. So I'm going to be painting a lot more. I got some murals lined up for this year in town. I'm going to do a mural on a fire station by UNR. Wolfpack themed, super illustrative, cartoony, my style. They're super pumped on it.
How do you plan that? Like, how do you when you go to the wall you're gonna paint? Do you just start, or do you kind of have a pencil sketch?
So what I've always done, and it helps with like getting bids for the city. It's a little more professional than like a napkin sketch, which people fucking submit, which is insane to me. I worked for the school district for a long time doing like building inspections and shit. So I saw what like proposals look like. I was like, damn, these are crazy. Like, these are super detailed. So when I hit up my first mural gig for the city, they're like, submit a proposal. I was like, I know what those are. I've seen those before. Yeah. So it was like, it was super in depth. So I take a picture, I do a digital painting on my computer of like where the mural would be. And I list out all the colors that I'm going to use. And like, it's fucking looks professional.
Yeah.
And like that helped out a lot with like getting jobs there.
Well, imagine even if they're bidding other people that they like and they submit a napkin.
No,
drawing.
they were literally like, the city's been like, yeah, your proposals are amazing.
Yeah.
We literally get napkin sketches or like paper pencil drawings of like what they want it to be. And I'm like, well, that's
like what you drew for him.
yeah.
That's right.
Like just like that.
It'll look similar to this, but like better.
I had Alex. I asked him what his album cover wanted to look like, and he's like, I was like, well, you're explaining it, but like, can you draw it for me quickly so I understand? And we kind of went with this. That's what it should look like. Just Alex's drawing.
It just sends me back to the same thing with the parental guidance logo on it. Like, here it is. All right.
Yeah.
And then I hit him up for the singles that I have coming out because I thought that would actually be sick with like kind of a sketch, but it's like shitty, but obviously someone that can draw. But because mine was just horrible. I'm like, dude, that would actually be pretty sick to do like sketches. So I hit him up and I'm like, hey, dude, here's my idea. Like no more than like 10, 20 minutes, just like a sketch. And he fucking sends me the first one and it was like a full fucking detailed drawing. I'm like, dude, you're way overboard on this. I told you. And he's like, that was 20 minutes. I'm like, fuck, I should have told him like 3.
Some more sketchy, got it.
I didn't know who we were dealing with, dude. Even though fucking Picasso was doing my art now.
Have you ever said, whoa, no, that's too good. Like
too much. Cut it down.
Yeah.
Make it badder.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dude, we've done that before, like with the go to bed font, dude. When when we were trying to come up with the logo or whatever, I was like, come up with 3 and then we'll like get Mike to draw us one. Oh, and Mike did the logo for Go to Bed.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. So if you're not watching on YouTube, Go to Bed podcast on YouTube so you can see the art.
Which you guys have not explained to me yet what this is about.
Well, there's no explanation.
Yeah,
I guess I can explain how we got it.
I just get told what to draw, and as I'm drawing, I'm like, what the fuck does this mean?
He's texting me, he's like, why the dolphin? I was like, I'm not sure, just make it like with water.
But SeaWorld outfits too. Yeah, all right, dude, whatever you want, man.
Yeah, I told JP, I was like, yeah, come up with like a couple ideas for logos and then we'll get it perfected. So then he did that in the next couple days and he's like, I got the logos. And the first one, he had like basically this dolphin with the water, but he stole it off of Google or something. And it was like a cartoon dolphin. And then I think on one of the other 2 were bed themed. And on one of the other ones, he had this font, which is the worst fucking font I've ever seen, dude, with the flames.
Yeah. I was thinking, I'm like, whatever you guys want, man.
And I was like,
I know you know. Like, I know you know it's ridiculous.
Well, that's why we did it, dude. I was like, that font is gay as fuck.
Yeah, you can't get the second letter to have the flames too unless you're in all caps.
That's right, dude. If you go lowercase, it's just like not as sick. So we had to do all caps. I was like, let's go with the dolphin. And then I was like, dude, what if we were like trainers, like SeaWorld trainers, like we're in wetsuits, like something with that. And then so we pitched it to Mike, and this was basically the first draft, I think. I think I had you, and yeah, we like put some pit vipers on the dolphin, and I think I just had you add our logos on. But dude, JP's, when I saw this, I'm like, dude, that's fucking dead on, dude. His mouth looks exactly the fucking same.
Really?
I was like, damn,
really?
Dude. Yeah. I was like, Jesus, dude, that is fucking him to a T.
That was funny, man.
Look at that hair, too.
Look at that, dude. Fucking
same cut.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Everything, dude. Yeah, we love the logo. But, I mean, there's no real rhyme or reason.
That's awesome.
On
Keep it
what
that
it
way.
is.
Fuck it.
No, we like it. Thanks for doing that, too.
Of course, dude. Always. Thanks for having me do it.
Yeah, it's fun. But
you guys always toss me fun projects.
I know, dude. Well, that's kind of what I learned with when I got the van wrapped. When the designer was so pumped on it at the wrap shop, because I used your logos and stuff, but I gave him like I found like 3 vans on Google that I thought were pretty sick. And I was like, kind of do it like this, same angle with the lettering. But then I told him, I was like, just use bright ass colors, fucking go crazy, kind of 80s themed, have fun. And then when he was done with it, he was like thanking me because, and I didn't realize this, but he was like, dude, all we do all day at like sign shops and shit is design Sally's Blinds logos, corporate shit, stuff that when you're a designer, you want to have free reign to do stuff, but then you get a job designing something or being a designer for someone else and you're forced to do shit. So that's why I'm like, dude, you know what?
Stuck in this
I'm not a
world of,
fucking
like-
designer anyway. I have an idea and like you bring it to life. So here's kind of my idea. You do the rest, and you're going to come up with something way sicker than I could anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so bless you.
Stay blessed, dude.
Yeah.
I feel blessed.
Dude, yeah, I like the Bad Touch. Like, I don't know, is that a font or did you just like draw that?
The Bad Touch is
where
a
it says
font. I might have bought that font. I've been into buying fonts lately, which is, you can get some pretty sick fonts out there.
When you buy it, I've seen
Yeah.
The free ones are cool, but buying them are all sick.
They're so sick.
Yeah.
And there's some sick sites now too that are like selling them for pretty good, like 20, 30 bucks. I mean, depending on what you're using that font for. There's some that are 80 bucks, but like it's worth it when nobody else has that font.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
definitely.
mean, I'm sure somebody does, but not a lot of people. Not for
Right.
fucking, not
80
like the
bucks.
font for
Yeah.
free,
Yeah, that's
which is
where
still
I'm
the
at.
shit. Like I still download hella fonts off the font.
It'd be hard to make your own font, huh?
Yeah, dude, I looked into it. It's a process.
You have to literally do every letter.
Yeah, you do it all in Illustrator, and it's just like every letter. I don't even know how the fuck they make it work from there, but it's sick.
Yeah, that's pretty cool how they, like, you could get like a WrestleMania font where it's only been in those letters, but then they like, the designer, it just comes out of his brain what the other letters should look like
Yeah.
to match.
Yeah, dude, fonts are sick. I've been into fonts lately.
It's such a weird niche.
I know, right?
Fonts, it's like I bet someone's like oh, Kyle, he's got like 4,000 fonts out there. Like, what? 4,000? Like, I've been working on my third, you know? It's like, to go Kyle, yeah.
Dude.
Typical fucking Kyle.
Yeah.
What about Jeff, dude? He invented Times New Roman. He's like, oh, that's the OG.
That's the OG. Yeah, that's like Dr. Dre.
Dude, I
font.
love seeing fonts from DeFont out in the wild. Like there was this font that came out a few years ago that was pretty sick. What's it called? Fuck, I knew the name of it, but it was like I saw it in Costco like 4 times. I saw it at like different products here and there, like in commercials, and I'm like, dude, that's a cheap ass, lame ass font
Yeah.
everybody's getting for free.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's some
true.
shit you pay attention to too much.
That's
Yeah.
funny too. I noticed that kind of with Soundstripe because I put all my music on Soundstripe so people can go on there and license it to use it for like YouTube videos and shit. And you see like big companies using Soundstripe, and it's a good look for me. But and we get paid from it, but not like what a real licensing deal would be.
Mm-hmm.
But even like one of my songs was used in a TikTok commercial that was played
Get the
in
fuck
theaters. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
that
That
on
is
Hulu,
taking over
dude.
the fucking world.
well,
Yeah.
You guys get those ads
TikTok.
like crazy?
Oh, yeah, dude.
All the time.
They're
Dude, they're-
savage with the ads.
Dude, they're ruthless and they're
And like
terrible.
Fashion Nova, you saw Sav posting
Yeah,
his.
that
That's
was
where they
crazy.
got it from. But so it looks good, like they're using, but they just get it off Soundstripe.
Oh, was that song?
Mhm.
That was
And it's
sick.
crazy, like to think that a big company like TikTok, they're fucking paying $15 a month to get music off of Soundstripe. That's crazy.
Yep.
You know, it's kind
Yep.
of the same thing, generic ass music.
I subscribed to his generic ass music account for my videos.
Yeah.
And now they're like, I'm watching videos on Instagram or fucking in commercials, and I'm like, there's that song that was for free on there, like, or not for free, you pay, you know,
Yeah.
but like, but they're just getting used up now. So it's like,
Yeah.
damn, like everybody's got the same source. Kind of sucks. Finding music for videos, I'm sure you know.
Yeah, I just go to YouTube.
Yep.
You just
And
steal
just
shit.
steal
Rip
it.
that
Yeah,
shit.
steal that
Rip
shit.
it off of
YouTube
YouTube.
to MP3. That's your fucking favorite website.
You'll never
dude.
catch us,
Yeah.
YouTube.
Dude, my frequently visited is Google, YouTube MP3, and YouTube.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like my fucking hotkeys, dude.
Yeah.
That's your
Rip it from
homepage.
here and put it into there.
Dude, what
now
Al-
it's mine.
Alan should just make a bunch of beats and just like not get paid for it.
Dude, that's
I'm just
pretty
kidding.
much what he does, dude. I
No,
just
no.
rip them off.
All the ones that you guys don't use, just toss into a folder, maybe.
We actually use most of them. There's a couple that we don't use,
Yeah, that's what I figured too, because you'll tell them no if you don't like the sound already.
but
You know,
but it's very, very rare that that's the case because I always send him stuff and I'm like, make something like this. And then whatever he comes up with is the same kind of vibe, but it doesn't really sound the same, but it's still sick. So we'll use it.
Right.
Very
Dang.
rare do we not use something.
Dude, yeah, that's what a producer should just make his own website and make his own beats for people to use, like a
Mhm.
Soundstripe. That would be a good idea, huh?
Mhm.
I mean, we have all of our beats on Soundstripe.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, so you'll see a lot of them where they just use our instrumental. So
Yeah, I've heard someone, maybe you reposted someone's snap or something, and I was like,
just the instrumental.
Yeah. That's weird.
Yeah, we had some chick fucking ripped our shit off, and she like did a mashup of like I forget who it was, like a Drake song or something, but it was over our instrumental, and then put it on YouTube. Like, okay, you can't fucking use Soundstripe for that. It's like it's not to make your own music with.
Yeah.
And get cheap instrumentals that are already a song. So, but it was cool. Like Soundstripe actually let me know about that. They're like, "Hey, this happened." I was like,
That's cool.
I told her like, "It's cool. Like, just credit me. You don't have to take it down."
Right.
Give a fuck.
The fucking shitty world, dude, using music for videos too. It's just like,
Oh yeah, dude.
like Instagram and Facebook are getting so harsh, and like whether it's with software recognition of songs, like,
Crazy.
dude,
Yeah.
it sucks. Pain in the butt, but
How do you like your one wheel?
oh, dude, everybody should get a one wheel.
I saw
One wheel is
the
sick.
new one.
Get a one wheel. Do it. They're fucking the shit, dude. I'll ride that thing everywhere. Some asshole today, if you're listening, I don't know if you are, I forgot your name. I was at the park today. I'm gonna call his ass out on Sunday. And I'm doing another podcast on Sunday.
Nice.
And the dude. So I'm at the park dressed up like an idiot because I don't care when I go to the dog park. But I'll ride around. And my dog just chases me. It's the best, dude. She gets the fucking best workout ever.
You
And
just
I'm having fun.
stand
Like all I gotta do is stand there and move. And I see this dude like in the corner, like recording me like from down low. And I like caught him. And he was far away, but I'm like, this motherfucker was just recording me. Whatever. And then like in no more than 20 minutes later, my buddy sends me a screenshot and he goes, "Yo, is this you?"
Oh my god.
And he had put like a fucking emoji face that was just like the one with the straight line and like the eyes squinted like this guy.
Yeah.
And fucking,
Hater,
I was
dude.
like, haters gonna hate, dude. I'm having a blast.
That's right, dude.
That would be
All right,
the best.
you look silly. You can look silly, but they're the shit, dude.
Why? Just standing on that thing moving?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's just because it's new to people. It looks
I mean, I
silly.
think other people have that perspective. I don't think I look silly. I think I fucking.
Wait
have a
for
blast.
5 years. They'll be like, remember?
Do we rip those things? We'll take them on mountain bike courses, like downhill, fucking super rocky terrain.
Really?
Dude, they rip. Go uphill hella good. They're hella fun. They just came out with a new one. I hella want it.
I saw that, but it's not as fast.
It's not as fast, but that's still fast.
9
Like
or
I think
10?
I've topped out at 17 miles an hour.
Oh,
They go 20, and that new little one will top out at 16.
Oh, really?
That's fucking fast.
Oh,
You're
okay.
on one wheel.
I thought it said 10.
Oh, I think it's I'm pretty sure it's 16.
Okay, yeah.
What's the difference? It's just smaller or what?
It's smaller.
And it has
It's
a handle
cheaper.
on
So
it?
it's cheaper. So it's like 900.
Nice.
It's under $1,000.
Yeah.
And takes longer to charge, which kind of sucks. It takes like 2 hours to charge, I think it said. The ones that we had before would charge in 20 minutes, which doesn't even make sense. And it would go 7 miles.
Damn.
And then so we just got the new one that came out after that, and that will go 18 miles. And that thing charges in 2 hours. So, but that makes sense. It's got to go 18 miles.
Mhm.
This new one's supposed to be like the same charge time, but only go 7. I don't know, it's 6 because it's smaller. So I want it to fucking take with me. I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling this year for this new gig I got. And I want to be able to take it with me so I can just ride around in these different cities. I've taken the one I have now on planes, and it's big. It weighs 25
Yeah, it's
pounds.
heavy.
It's fucking, people are like, what is that? Is that one of those hoverboards that catch on fire? I'm like, no, it's not. It's like, it's always a shit show at the airport. You're like, no, it's legit. Like, here's the paperwork. It's got a certain type of battery that doesn't catch on fire. And there's always that one guy who's like, I've seen these hoverboards. Those things catch on fire. And I'm like, fuck, dude, just let me get on the plane with this, please.
You just tell the guy, just like, hey,
Really
go
wanna
to
take-
bed.
Go to bed, dude.
You
Dude.
look tired, dude. Yeah, dude, plug your new gig because I want the
yeah,
owner
so
to
now
hear it
I'm
and
working
sponsor
for-
the podcast.
So I was working at the sheriff's office for a year doing all their photo and video work. That was the shit. I loved it. Met some cool dudes, learned some cool secrets of Reno. Shit going on. All the
really?
baddies, all the bad guys. Fuck them. But so I just recently left that and I started working for this company called Warfare Sports. So it's going to be an online, it's It's going to be like a digital streaming service for starting out boxing, but then introducing some more extreme sports, which is sick. Buddy Jesse, who owns the company, hired me. And he's been working on this thing for 5 years, which is insane. He presented this to me. And there's a startup. So it's like, yo, I got a comfy cush job at the sheriff's office. No. But he backed what he said, man. He had he's gotten a lot of money from investors to make this thing happen. He's riding on all this, so it's pretty, like, it makes me feel good. And it's working. So this year is the first year that all these boxing events are going to happen, and we've got it all mapped out to where we'll be hitting city after city. And my job is so there'll be professional production companies running big ass cameras, filming the fight from every angle. That's their job. They stand there and they don't miss a shot. And that's what's going to be streamed up to the service, Warfare Sports app. So you can download that shit on like Apple TV or Roku, whatever you want, and it's free, which is awesome. My job is to go and take some photos, get some video, do like a day in the lives with some of the fighters, travel to different cities to interview this fighter fighting this fighter, and like do the whole like HBO kind of who's gonna win, like why are you gonna win kind of shit, which is really cool. So it's gonna be sick.
Nice.
So far, it's been going really good.
Have you done one?
No, the first fight's coming up pretty soon though.
Cool.
Yeah, and then it's crazy. We're going to Philly, New York. We're going to Mississippi to do a bare knuckle fight.
That's some backwoods shit, dude.
Yeah, which is like, that's what I said, but it's like, it's big. Like this league now is like professional as fuck, and they're paying fighters from the UFC to come over and do it. But they're paying them a lot of money.
Yeah, you'd have to.
Yeah, so I guess the first one we're going to, Conor McGregor's best friend, isn't it? So supposedly Conor McGregor's supposed to be there because like it's like best friend in Mississippi. So
I'm sure it'll be.
I've never been to Mississippi, but it should be pretty cool. So it's gonna be crazy. Going to Arizona a bunch. It's gonna be nuts, dude. I'm like ready for whatever. It's gonna be cool.
That's cool.
You'll
I'm
probably
stoked on
have
it.
a bunch of fun, dude.
Yeah, stoked on it.
So how's the company gonna make money? Advertisement?
Yep.
Yeah.
Straight up.
It sounds like it's kind of like an extreme sports version of ESPN, but for new age TV. Not cable.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, and the reality of it is like there's so many. Why starting out with boxing? There's so many boxing events happening that aren't being broadcasted. Yeah, we see the big ones, but there's so many, and so we want to get those on a way for people to watch them, and then that's going to introduce other sports. Like nobody's broadcasting all the motocross events, and he's in talks with somebody in the moto industry because he used to ride too.
Sick.
To get those on there.
That's good.
And I'm
That's
like, dude, let's hit up fucking rock climbing. Let's get some sick skate competitions in there. Like, let's get everything that isn't being broadcasted or easy to find. Like, there's been events that the company's like playing it on their site only, and it's hard to find and watch. And it's just like, no, let's put it.
Yeah, dude. Like my buddy Ray goes to Colombia a couple times a year to do urban downhilling. Like you see Red Bull, one of them, like the gnarly one, but they do that.
But there's tons of them,
and they're missing it. Like you guys can be on.
Yeah,
that.
so like, and that's what's cool about it being so new is we're just tossing out ideas, and Jesse's super rad and open to them all. He's like, dude, yeah, we can do anything we want. Like, and he's just been putting in the work. So it should be pretty rad. I'm like super stoked on it. I'm glad that I'm not at a 9 to 5 anymore because that was like slowly also killing me. It's just I was getting all the time going in, couldn't do it anymore. Which gives me a lot of free time too to do work on my side projects and have some more time to take my dog to the park and go work out more. It's been sick.
Where do you work out?
At the climbing gym, Mesa Rim.
You pay?
Yeah, it's pretty pricey. It's like I think I pay $60 a month.
Dude, why don't you pay 110 more and come to Double Edge?
Dude. 110 more?
Yeah. Come on, dude. Let's go. Let's go.
Damn, dude. How's that going, by the way, dude? I see you on there.
Yeah, well, you see 50 cal, right?
50 cal, dude. Shout out to 50 cal.
Shout out.
Lunatic.
Yeah. Pumping iron, pumping ring muscle ups, anything. Throw it at me. I'll catch it. Yeah. Yeah, I like it, though.
Hands, boy, hands.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, it's sick, yeah.
He's good, so it pushes me, I'm still at the scale.
The skinny guy?
Dude, you'd be surprised, dude.
I'm just kidding, dude.
You'd be surprised.
Alex is ripped.
Yeah. He's one below the coaches. One rep below the coaches.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. at all.
No, but on this last open workout, he was 1 rep below some coaches.
Dude, that's sick. It looks sick. Like people
fun,
come out of there jacked,
Yeah.
which is awesome. I thought about trying it.
Yeah, you should.
Well, think
you
no
can
longer.
come
Let's
in
go,
and just
yeah.
you can do like a
Bring all your money and come on in.
Yeah. I think I don't know if they'll do like a drop. I think you can do like drop-ins. I don't know how much it is though, but just for like a class. They just did a community day. That's when he got signed up.
Oh, sick.
So you can bring in like anyone, but they only do it like once a year, I guess.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
So how's it going?
It's good, dude. It's hard, but it's fun for sure. So I went the first day, about passed out mid-workout, and then it's been uphill since, dude. You know,
Hey,
now,
getting them gains.
dude, all about them games. You know, and
games.
yeah, games.
Fuck it.
GAIMS, dude. And it's
I got some of those games.
yeah, but I now figured out that I can go until a point and kind of stay there, like on the row or like being able to when I would just be peaked and then you know.
Oh,
so
sick.
that's cool.
That's cool.
It's way
Seen some
better.
progress.
Yeah,
Sick.
yeah. Oh, you see progress?
I see a lot of progress.
Yeah, thank you.
You can smell it.
Yeah, thank you.
You reek of progress.
Yeah. I'm drinking it right now.
yeah, dude. The 50 cal's been killing it. The coaches seem to like it.
Yeah.
We didn't know how it was going to be. Dude, it was like his 4th day there. And
You're like, hey, by the way, I got this alter ego.
Yeah.
We talked to one of the owners yesterday, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, I'm 50 cal," and he was like, "Oh, yeah, I've seen you on there." And then like he thought it was funny, and then once he left, I was talking to him forever, and he was like, "Dude, I don't know what to do with your boy yet," and I was like, "Oh shit, maybe he doesn't like it," but then he like. Didn't he comment on?
Yeah, he commented insane progress today or something. And
so I
like,
think they get it and they think it's funny. So.
yeah, they've never seen someone like that, you know.
I was telling P that yesterday, or was it yesterday? Or 2 days ago, I was like, dude, I was thinking they probably never had a member like you, where like someone just shows up and he's just a fucking goof, and then like he starts this fake account like 3 days in and all this shit, but then he's there consistently every day, like he takes it seriously while he's there.
Yeah, yeah.
And then so he starts the 50 cal account, and then a week later he makes a real commercial for them. And it's just so weird how it's like this fucking idiot that shows up here every day, goofball, then he's doing 50 cal, and then we get an email, like the GM and the owners get an email like, hey, here's a commercial that I made you guys, and it's fucking legit.
They're probably like
this dude can do whatever they want.
Is this the same person? Like,
dude, it was that's funny. I remember, we've been following each other on Instagram for a long time through like photo and video shit. I had never met you. I'd never even seen what you looked like for the longest time.
Yeah, yeah.
And you meet other photographers and they're pretty like, I'm a photographer, like this is what I do. And so like when I finally met you,
where was it?
It wasn't that.
I
don't remember where it was. It might have been here. I think when I first really got to know you, when I realized like you're a total goofball, I was like, dude, this dude's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
it was here in my room. I think when we were editing.
I think so.
Comma.
I was like, dude, I had no idea. Like, this is great.
Yeah,
we're alike.
Yeah, it takes about 45 solid minutes to see it. If you're around me for like a briefing, you'll might see it, but 45 solid minutes, or when I'm completely gassed at the workout, like I just get delusional. I'm like, all right, fuckers, 50 cals here, like oh shit, he worked out a little too hard today.
He transformed into 50 cal too early.
Yeah, cross-eyed.
So plug, tell us what's going on with Gold English.
Oh, sick. So Gold English is our clothing brand here in town. Between me, our buddy Tony Medellin, a.k.a. the Ink Master, season 11.
Winner, right?
You guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
We need to get him on here soon. But
yeah, he's stoked too. I told him about it.
badass.
He's super stoked. Yeah, that shit was awesome, man. He just went in and...
You were there, right?
I went to the finale in Vegas.
So you didn't know on your way down there?
No, that shit was real.
So
a lot of it's staged.
Tell us, how was that?
Dude, that was a trip. So you go into this big room. They put your cell phone in this little magnetic bag so you can't open it till the end. I thought that was pretty clever. So you don't leak any results or anything. And it was like, it's weird. Like I've never been in front of a television production like that, where they were like, they'd have to redo things and say things over again. audience have to cheer louder. And they'd say no, louder, and then they do reshoot. But as far as like the tattooing, they tattooed live. Well, they had worked on a tattoo for like 6 hours, a smaller piece, and then we got there right as they were finishing up, so they could present like, okay, this is what they did. And straight up, there was 3 people. They eliminated one of them, and then it went on to their back pieces, which Tony's was amazing. Yeah, so they had done a back piece during this downtime, and then presented it at the end, which was their other pieces were sick too, but Tony's was just like, it was amazing. And we found out right then and there, like when they announced his name, dude, I stood up and yelled so loud, like I almost passed out. Like I got super dizzy. I was like, fuck yeah. And I was like, oh shit. Whoa.
Dude, that's a fan right there.
Like, dude, I've never felt that before. But yeah, dude, we were pumped. And then we got all the boys down in Vegas. Like our boy just won. So that night was pretty insane. We went out pretty hard that night, which was really cool because like it was like the entire Ink Master cast and crew. You had like Dave Navarro was there and the other tattoo dudes, just in this little sick bar in Vegas that it was private. So like it was rad. We were solid, dude. We got hammered, drinking, dancing like crazy. It was a really good time. Like that was so awesome. Cool. Like to be filled with like that much excitement for your friend and like be in Vegas and drink was really cool.
So for him before that show and now, like I'm sure his price went up.
Just bookings.
Price went up. Dude, people were flying in from different cities to get tattoos by him.
Wow,
like,
dude.
Instagram followers shot way the hell up. It's sick, dude. He gets invited to like crazy parties to be like the host of and stuff. It's sick. Yeah, it's going super good. He's killing it.
Yeah.
So we have this Golden English company together. He started it the same time I started my old clothing company, Rat Thief. And we both started these together, like helping each other. Like, hey, since we both want to do one, let's do separate ones. Mine would be more tattoo influenced, and mine was like, which is shit that I thought was cool.
Yeah.
And then thinking about it over time, this is like before he went. This is like during filming for Ink Master. I was like really thinking, you know, my brand's cool. I like it. It makes no sense. Okay, we got Gold English. This makes a lot of sense. We have a demographic. We have like it's tattoo based. Let's go with that. So I was like, yo, I want to cut my brand and let's focus on yours. And he's like, fuck yes. Like I need all the help in the world. It's hard running things by yourself. So then me and my boy, Fidel, we were both doing Rat Thief. We went over to Gold English and we've been there like the last half a year, I think. Just pushing it. So I do all the photo and video work. Fidel will help with that, but Fidel runs the site and the social media shit. And then Tony's his job is just to draw, which is awesome. So like now we have roles and now we can really make this thing work.
And you got someone else too. What's his?
Randal.
Yeah, so Randal Pich from Lift It.
Huge, dude.
Huge dude. Super buff.
Huge in more ways than one.
Huge in, you know what I'm talking about?
So he owns Live Fit, which is massive.
Yeah, super
and he
big.
owns, I don't know.
He owns Live Fit. He owns Top Threads, super sick clothing brand, and he's got a print shop. He's got his hands in a lot of things.
Yeah.
Super big entrepreneur. Yeah, so he's been friends with Tony for a long time, and Tony reached out to him like, yo, I'm doing this. Do you have any tips or anything? And Randall kind of stepped in. He's like, dude, I'll do production and handle all that for you guys. So, which is awesome. Like at Rat Thief, we're doing all that shit on our own. So now we got somebody who knows what they're doing, handling all our production and customer service and inventory, which is fantastic. So like we have all the pieces, which is great. And so he recently came up a few days, like a week.
Yeah, last weekend.
Shit, yeah, a few days ago. Came up, we did some shoots together, had some meetings on how we can make this brand bigger, which was like so awesome. Like all that information to get it right from the source of somebody who's making millions was sick. And it just put into perspective, like this is like insanely possible. We just got to do it now. Make cool shit and people, everybody listening, please buy it. So we can.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the hardest things, just like starting a brand, because it's like, they always use the phrase, it's the t-shirt brand of this industry. So like starting a brand is so saturated, but having someone like Randall in your corner that has done it multiple times and knows what it takes and has the hookups with the cut and sew in China and the whole facility already running where he can just add you guys into it, basically.
It was sick.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. So we have all the right pieces. Like Tony's killing it. His popularity is huge right now. We just got to start pumping it out, and we'll see what happens here within the next year. But we've got some pretty big plans. We're having a huge sale right now on our site, 40% off. Discount code is spring cleaning, one word, no caps. So buy some shit.
Buy now.
Buy now. But yeah, super stoked. I learned so much from that dude just being here. He was super impressed with the photography and video work we did.
Yeah, dude, I was pumped. I was telling you before we recorded, but, you know, because I followed him for a while, I found out about Randal from when he was on the MFCEO project. And I started following him because his story is crazy.
It's cool.
And that's a great podcast to show how he went from basically a hardcore band kid, skater, and then he went to college for a while, but he was doing his personal training, and he was selling fucking t-shirts out of the back of his trunk to clients and then to other people, and then it turned into Live Fit, which is insane now.
That's insane.
Yeah, dude, I was pumped when I saw him here, like at the Reno airport, but you told me the day before, because our guest last weekend bailed last minute. He had something to do. And I was like, fuck, who are we somewhat close with that would like come on right now? So I texted you. I was like, hey, you want to come on like tonight? You're like, no, Randal's coming in. I was like, oh, dude, that's sick. But then you see him seeing you on Randal's story, and like then the post when he got home and like tagging you, like, this dude is an awesome content creator. You guys don't know how hard it is to find someone that's good and all this stuff. I was like, fuck, dude, that's sick.
That was super sick to hear. That was really cool to hear. And it's just like this, like I was saying, this whole thing with when I decided to start this, I was like, I went from this whole painting background and art world and super invested in that. And I kind of like, my whole goal with that was to get into this gallery in LA. And I did that after like worked on it for like 5 years.
Damn.
And I did that, and I did like 4 shows there. And I was kind of like, I don't know what to do now. Like, that was my goal. And I'm kind of like, I don't know what to do now. So when I I literally was like, I want to get into photo and video, and I want to like get big. Like, I want to be recognized. And that made me feel super good that he came out, he said all those nice things about me. I was like, fuck yeah, like, this is what I wanted. I'm going to quit.
That's it.
No, dude, don't quit.
Quit while you're ahead, dude.
No, yeah. So that was super cool to hear. We'll just see where it goes from here, but I enjoy it a lot. It's super fun.
Yeah. Like, you got your hands in a bunch of things.
Yeah.
Do. Yeah. And it's like, and what's crazy, I was like, I know I work hard and I'm always busy, and it's just part of it. And I knew Randal did too. And it was like, for him to come and we basically worked together for 2 days. That dude fucking works hard.
Yeah,
like, he's nonstop. It was impressive. It really made me like go, fuck, you could work harder.
Like always on the phone.
Dude, always on the phone, always posting, always like fucking handling orders, like computers out. He's got his right hand man just like busting out stuff. His name was Omar, super cool dude. They were both so cool too. That was really cool to see. Like, I didn't know what they were gonna be like.
Yeah.
He's just like a dick. Like, no, dude, he was fucking awesome. It was just like us. It was cool. But just works so hard. Really opened my eyes.
Yeah.
Damn, I can work harder.
Yeah,
Damn
that's
it.
good, dude. Yeah, there's always someone that can work harder.
Yeah.
But now that you don't have to go to a 9 to 5, really opens up the day to kind of, you can work much harder than you used to and still have some free time.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. We also have our production company, 88 Studios. We do video work for like, we make social media videos. We just got a gig with the health department to make a bike to work month video.
Cool.
Ride your bike to work month, bicycles.
That's a big thing around here. Like,
yeah,
you always see it.
So like, dude, definitely got my hands full, but having more free time, not being 9 to 5 helps.
Yeah, for sure. 8 hours. I mean, people ask me all the time, like, how do you handle everything? And it's like, dude, once you don't work, it's not that bad.
Dude, yeah, there's time.
Yeah.
Like, there's time.
Even if you do work, there is time. Like, you shouldn't use that as an excuse.
Yeah.
If you're listening and you're trying to start your own business, because
definitely.
You and me both did it.
Yeah,
where
for
you
a long time.
Work or
late nights.
Or go to school or both, and then you only have 2 more hours until it's 2 a.m. You
Exactly.
got to get the shit done, and then you have to wake up at 6. Like, yeah, we fucking did that. But
so long.
You get to a point where it opens up a lot, and then it's pretty easy to bust out what you need to do for the day.
Yeah, that's where I was so stoked with leaving that 9 to 5. I'm like, dude, I don't have to stay up till like 2 in the morning anymore. Like, and I'm still doing it. This just doesn't end. So I'm like, what the fuck
You
am I
probably just
doing?
get used to that now.
Yeah, I'm just like, dude. So like, I'm trying to figure out a good schedule to work from home. I mean, this is all new to me, so I'm just learning as I go again.
Yeah, dude, working from home is a blessing and a curse
For
at
real.
the same time. I mean, it's just it's kind of one of those things, just like the gallery. Like you get there and then it's like, all right, is this what I really wanted? And it's like, this is what I've been working for this whole time, so I don't have to have a job. But then it's a whole new set of problems when it's like, fuck, I have to like do shit, and I have like nowhere to be and no like set schedule I have to be on. Like it's very hard to just not fuck off the entire day.
Exactly.
You know, especially if you get sidetracked and it's like, hey, even if it's a meeting, like meet me for lunch and it goes an hour longer than you wanted to. And then you're like, well, it's already 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Fuck. Might just, ooh, it's nice outside. You know, might just,
I'll go ride my one wheel around.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I know it. And I got a dog, dude. She like, now that I'm home, she's just like always wants to fuck with me. Like, what are you doing? And when are we going to the park? Like, oh, fuck. It's sick though. It's really cool. It's exciting stuff.
Yeah.
That is cool. I'm excited to see you travel and do that boxing thing too.
Yeah, that'd be neat, man.
Like the bare knuckle shit.
That's gonna be crazy.
I'm gonna watch that shit.
I'll be snapping like crazy.
Tell me, motherfucker, 50 cal might sign up. Oh, Mississippi,
I'll tell
no
him,
problem. Get the Delta flight going.
Book him a fucking coach Delta seat.
Couple connections and I'll fucking
You don't
be
even
there.
have to pay him to show up. Just get him a flight. He'll be there.
Hey, give me a flight and a cot.
You'll sleep in the ring, dude.
Ready for those fools.
A couple towels for a blanket.
You
I'm
guys need
good.
security. I'll watch this place overnight.
Yeah.
Give me a pillow.
Yeah, and dinner.
$10 an hour. I'll be there. So what's next, dude? Just the where do you see you growing with Warfare, or doing your own thing more after a while?
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm really pumped for Warfare. And the dude I work for is so rad. So he's like, you know, I know you do a bunch of things on the side, so like as long as you get my shit done, it's all good. If that works for me, I'll get it done. So I'm just gonna ride it out. Just ride this wave.
Yeah.
See where it goes. Just go with the flow. I don't know where. Eventually, like at some point, definitely want to make a movie. That's on my list. At some point, still definitely want to work for Pixar. Don't know how I'm gonna get there, but I'll figure it out. So those are my goals right now. I haven't made new goals yet since I've been here. But I gotta figure them out. Cause like I like doing the photo and video stuff on the side for like companies, but it's getting to that point kind of like with commission artwork. Like I don't really want to make your real estate video.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want to make your sick mountain bike video.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm getting selective.
It's good though.
Yeah, getting selective because I mean there's so much money to be made in that world. I mean you can take pictures of food, you can take pictures of models, you can take pictures of fucking cars.
But if you don't like it, it's not fun.
Yeah, so you got to find what thing you like the most, and that's what I want to like. I want to get into more commercial photography, products and shit. I've been shooting a lot of products lately. I just shot some products for this headphone company. Little crazy little headphones. Have you heard of UE Ultimate Ears? So they make that UE Boom, that big speaker.
Mm-hmm.
They also make crazy expensive headphones for musicians to perform. They wear them while they perform.
Yeah, like in-ear monitors.
In-ear monitors, like 25 hundo.
Yeah, that's how much custom ones are. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have your ear molded.
Yep.
I put them in my ear, like the ones that they sent me.
Yeah.
And the mold part will give you the bass. But without it, dude, it sounds amazing. Like you hear everything. I was listening to a song and like there were people in the background singing that I'd never heard before. I'm like, dude, they're in my brain.
That's hella cool.
Yeah, they're pretty sick.
I've never worn molded ones. I have like the Shure kind of the cheapest, like decent ones. They were like $500, and it's such a huge difference performing with in-ears. Like never again without.
Whoa!
But I can't imagine having the downside to those is it's very hard to get the fucking level right, especially with the sound guys more often than not don't know what the fuck they're doing, especially at the venues we play at. And it'll sound great in sound check, and you'll be like, a little bit more in my ear, a little bit more, and then it's like good, and it's right on like half volume on my butt pack. And then you get out there and you fucking can't hear yourself at all, or it's just blown the fuck out. So you're constantly adjusting on your butt pack. And then since they're not molded, they're just like good headphones. They always fall out when you get sweaty or when you're moving around a lot. So you're constantly shoving them back in. And yeah, they're a pain in the ass, but they make a huge difference.
Yeah. Yeah. They got a ton of musicians using them, like Seal, Ariana Grande. Like their list is ridiculous of who uses these things. But I mean, that when I first heard of them, when they presented this project, I was like, what, you mean headphones? What do you mean ear monitors? You mean headphones?
Yeah, ear monitors, yeah.
You guys are calling your...
How'd they find you?
I got a buddy down in LA who's bought some art from me. I met him through, he bought a big Bob's Burgers piece for me. His name's Trevor, super sick dude. And we became friends. Like I went and drove it down there. We had a Disneyland trip made out of it. Gave him this painting, and he was like, "I'll go with you guys." Like him and his wife, super cool girl. She used to be a princess at Disneyland, so like we got like all the like we know like what's up.
Yeah.
And we just became friends, and he ends up owning an agency where he's like kind of like the middleman for businesses. Like they need something, he'll run their social media accounts. So he runs theirs. He was working with, still is working with Rampage Jackson.
Whoa.
He does like he like just takes care of the dude. Like Rampage plays a lot of video games, and he has a Twitch account that's killing it. So he like helps him set that up, and just I don't know, does weird stuff for him. But like they're good friends because of it. So he works with all these different big companies, and he was like, "Mike, you do like photo video work, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "I got a project for you." Sick. Oh shit, this is real.
Yeah, this is a big one.
Yeah, like products. You better learn that one real quick.
Networking so fucking huge. Like even if you're not actively trying to network, but just increasing your network somehow is insanely valuable. Just like hearing you talk about this dude, or like you're friends with Tony, Tony's friends with Randall, and you're like always just one person away from someone else.
And that's what you've got to realize when you're trying to start something is you don't know where that person's going to take you. Don't be a dick. Don't burn bridges. Like make friends. Like be friends with everybody. It's gonna take you somewhere.
And you never know who does what.
You
like
never know
this
who
guy
does what.
is so fucking good at like finding out what people do, and like, oh, I do photo video and stuff like that, but not like overly trying to sell himself onto people. But just the other day I met with a couple guys from the gym about real estate, and we were talking after, and this dude Zach was like, "Hey, who's your buddy that you've been bringing to the gym?" I was like, "Oh, that's JP. He does all my videos." And he's like, "Oh, I work with this company and we need a fucking commercial." I was like, "Dude, here, check this out. There's the double-edged commercial he just made." He's like, "Dude, this is fucking sick." I was like, he filmed that in 10 minutes, didn't even use his gimbal. He's like, "Dude, all right."
Nice, buddy.
But it's always just hookups like that where you can get the farthest. And I like what you said a few minutes ago. You were like, I don't know where I'm going, or I don't know what my goals are, but I'm gonna figure it out. Or I don't know. You said something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But most people, it's just, I don't know how to do that. But it's, I don't know how to do that, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah. Everything's, you can figure everything out. Like, I think when I realized, like, it really opened my eyes. I was working for the school district, and like, you got these people running the school district. And you put them on a pedestal, and you're like, they gotta be the smartest motherfuckers ever. Meet these people, and I'm like, okay, anybody can fucking do this. Like, all right.
Dude, so true.
Good to know.
That's funny.
And then going everywhere, going to the sheriff's office, like working these jobs where I was introduced to people with high power, and they're just normal motherfuckers. Like, I'm like, dude, be whatever you want to be, and then go do it.
Yep.
It's crazy. I got this weird, like, this girl hit me up on Instagram. And she was like, "Hey, I'm in film school. Like, I like your work. I'm doing a project. I would like to interview you." So I said, "Yeah, cool. I'll help you out. No problem." And she's like asking me all this shit. Like, how do you do this? How do you do this? Like, what's your production team like? Like, how are you able to accomplish that? And I'm like, dude, I just do it. I was just like, I fucking live on YouTube. Like when I want to know something, all your answers are right there.
For anything.
Yep. And you can learn it.
That's so funny because you're talking about you putting people on a pedestal, and she's putting you on the pedestal.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, you're in film school. Like, I don't really wish I went to film school because YouTube exists. But like, she was like, damn, I feel like I'm wasting a lot of money for nothing. I'm like, no, I mean, you're going to learn some shit for sure. But like, don't think that you can't learn anything on your own, because nowadays you can. You can learn anything, dude. I'm always buying classes online. If it's a new type of photography I want to learn, or if it's like something that I want to see how it works, I'll buy that class. There's your
Where do you
information.
go
right
to
there.
get the class?
Master class is super sick.
Oh, I've seen that.
Seen those?
Once,
Those
yeah.
are sick, dude. Those are sick. I just bought a photography one. That was pretty cool. Opened my eyes on like taught me like how you get your shit into like a magazine like National Geographic.
Okay.
It's like bananas. Like those dudes have to shoot like 50,000 photos and narrow it down to like 5.
Whoa.
Which is bananas.
How do they know which one?
Dude, they just fuck right. They just pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And those are like, he was saying like, those are 50,000 of my best photos that I've ever taken. Crazy stuff. Like, yeah, but yeah, you can learn anything, man. Like, don't figure it out.
Yeah.
Always set goals and figure it out. There's somebody else is doing it who's probably dumber than you are.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
for sure. 100%.
Just know that's real and go learn some shit.
Yep. There's always,
Pisses me off.
Dude, oh God.
dude, people probably think that about you. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
They're like, look at this fucking idiot that kills it in photo video. How does he do it? Or like, how do you get these new jobs? Or like, I always tell people about him that this guy is fucking 24 years old and has never once filled out a job application yet.
Yeah.
And you've had what, 6 or 7 jobs?
Yeah.
A great
Yeah,
example,
never
dude.
have, yeah.
He fucking, but that's kind of the power of just like going after it and like figuring it out as you go, dude. He comes home. This was probably a year ago when he's working at MX Trophies, and he was kind of bummed on the situation because it's so far away and it's so dependent on like the crew, if it's fun to work there or not. So he was bummed about it. And I was like, dude, let's do the math. Like, you're spending basically an hour each way to drive there. All your fuel, if you value your time at only $10 an hour, you know, you could work near the house for $11 an hour and make more than you make up there at 16 an hour or whatever. Like, yeah. And then fucking a week later, he's working at Walden's because he DM'd them on Instagram.
Dude, I clocked in before I met my boss.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's
Really?
a great example though, dude. Like, people that can't find a job, or you just have to like make it happen.
Dude, there were times when I was working 4 jobs, dude. Just like, when I would want something, I'd say, okay, what does that something cost? Money. Okay, I make this much. Well, it looks like I gotta go get another job to make more to get that thing.
Yep.
And it's like, people are like, dude, I want that. Like, I want a PS4 so bad, but like, I can't afford it. Well, like, it costs money, so go make more money and then buy it.
Well, dude, that's the power of reverse engineering your goals. You know, you have to set your master goal, but then that's where most people stop. And that's why New Year's resolutions are fucking bullshit. It's like, oh, I want to fucking lose weight, some generic ass goal. It's like, okay, so what does that mean? One, it has to be specific where your goal is, and then how you're going to accomplish that. You know, you have a big goal. You want to make 50 grand a month. Okay, that's fine. But how the fuck are you going to do it? Like, what does it take to make the 50,000 a month that you want? And you just work backwards until that's maybe your 5-year goal. Okay, so where do you need to be in 3 years? Where do you need to be in 1 year? And in the next year, you know, what do I need to do monthly, daily, or weekly, daily? That's how I do mine, is yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily. And then that's how you stay on track throughout the whole year, instead of, I want to lose weight.
Yeah.
Never fucking happen.
You got to set a fucking plan.
Yeah, and go to Double Edge if you want to lose.
You'll lose that. Yeah, so when I had before I decided, all right, I'm doing photo video, I was like, okay, what do I need? I want that fucking camera. Looked into this camera for forever, hyped on it, put it on a pedestal. That's what I want. Fuck, it's $3,400. Well, I don't have that. Got to make that. So I was like, I know, I'll have an art show, and I'll have a solo show, and I'll paint my ass off, and that'll help. So I fucking painted my ass off, made hella prints. Anyway, I can make money. Had the art show, fucking made $3,200. My other art shows, dude, I'd make like $500. Holy shit. That's crazy close to what I needed. It's perfect. This is going to happen. Bought the fucking camera with all the money. And I was like, all right, how am I going to get big? Like, I need to fucking seem legit. So like, I was like, what was I doing? Dude, I was doing crazy shit. I was like, I was writing events as I was like pretending to be this photographer who like works for these magazines that I made up their names. I was like, I'll come shoot your event, like blah, blah, blah. Didn't work. I was like trying to get my way into any way I could to take professional photos at an event that seemed legit. Didn't work. It was funny. But then I was just like, all right, you got to get like a little bit of everything so I can seem legit. So I would do the food photography and the models and like just anything to try to build it up. But like I knew what I had to do to get what I wanted to be was like a recognized photographer in town. Like, well, if that's what you want to be, like, you got to go take pictures of hella shit.
And now you want to be a recognized painter or like for like a goal for you say I'm going to start painting a lot.
Yeah, so I only want to do that to please like myself.
Oh, okay.
Paint more so I can just like I don't want to lose it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just constantly I'm sketching as much as I can just because I've been like slacking so hard at it. I don't want to lose that with hopes of eventually working at Pixar.
Well, have you ever thought of like taking a photo and painting within it?
Yeah, so I started doing that. I did one. I actually did a shoot for Fuji mountain bikes.
Oh yeah, I saw
that.
that.
And I was like, yo, I got an idea. They're like, we just want something different, something sick. Bike was called the Bighorn. I was like, yo, how about I draw this funny bighorn riding the bike, but on the photo. And the girl who became friends with just by not burning bridges and fucking being nice to everybody you meet, you never know who's who. Was like, sounds sick to me. Do it. Did it and worked out, and they did a whole little campaign with it. It was sick.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, super sick. But like,
dude, seeming
so
legit
important
is like not really like I'm not a big believer in like fake it till you make it, like basically lying about shit, but like finding a balance between fake it till you make it and actually knowing what you're doing is so important. Like,
you should know.
Dude, the fucking call I took went right before we started recording. You know, I get a call about a piece of land that I just found on Craigslist today, and I sent an email, hey, you know, what's the address for this, and what do you want for it, all cash? And then it was for sale by owner, and then the person's agent calls me, and just like being confident on the phone and like, okay, what's the address? Okay, what do you want for it? And because I've had thousands of those phone calls now and like knowing what to say, but then also the fake it till you make it is like, dude, I was fucking standing in my kitchen with my shirt off. And then, you know, but still, you know, so I'm kind of faking it. You know, you think that you're talking to,
One of the biggest things that helps me out, and I tell a lot of people starting out, is like, don't turn down jobs because you don't know how to do it. There have been a lot of jobs that were presented my way where I'm like the headphone shoot. Take photos, right? You can take some product shots of these headphones. I'm like, I've never taken a fucking product shot. I'll figure it out. And he goes, sick, we'll send him your way. So like in that time of I'll send him your way, I was like, fucking better start practicing. First thing, hop on fucking YouTube, how to take product shots. Watch all those videos.
Yeah.
And then try it. Practice. Cool. Figured it out. The headphones come, like, I know how to do this.
Yeah.
It's like I use that with a lot of things, like making the commercial for fucking the health department. You know, like, never made a commercial. Figure it out. Like, don't like tell yourself you can't do something and miss an opportunity to do something just because you don't. Like, figure it out. Like, like that'll be your learning experience. Do the best you can. You'll probably do it. You'll probably get it right. They'll probably be pleased. But like, there's your opportunity right there to do it.
Yeah.
People, I've got too many friends that are like, I can't do that gig. Like, I don't know how to, I've never done that. Like, that's your chance to do it right there.
Yeah. Figure it out, dude.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's how like with the guys at Census, I shot photos, like product photos, but not like the Amazon type where you cut it out and all that. And then they're like, hey, shoot some product shots of this. And it would just be like, you know, on the bike or next to some trails like that. And then they're like the Amazon, I was like, oh, fuck, I've never done that. Like, I'm going to go home like that. And then I did it with just the white and then tried to expose it in selective areas.
Yeah.
And I was like, they're like, no, we need it like this. And they sent me like a Nike one. I was like, oh, that's fully like cut out.
Yeah.
And then I've never done that. So I zoomed all the way in.
Cut it out.
Yeah. Because I cut it out, not fully zoomed in, but when you really fucking zoom in, you know, you're like, wow, you're
in that
capture
motherfucker.
it better. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy.
What's your favorite?
Product shoots are sick because like I'm pretty good at Photoshop. Like I can I can like fucking make anything in there. So that's what's cool about product photography. You're in Photoshop a lot and you're cleaning up and like Shit, I shot those headphones in my office with just the little pieces of white around it. Like if you walked in, you'd be like, "What are you doing, kid?" Well, I'm fucking taking pictures for this professional ass headphone company. But like I knew like all I had to do was cut it out, make it look fancy, and then like, you wouldn't know where it was. It looked real right there. So product photography is sick. I want to shoot a lot more extreme sports. I really want to shoot street league, like skateboarding. Yeah, I've been like constantly in this bike world. Like I was working with Paris, doing BMX videos, and then I met the girl from Fuji Mountain Bikes making mountain bike videos, and I'm like, fuck, I know nothing about bicycles, and here I am like shooting bikes with professionals.
But there's not gnarly professional skaters here.
There's not, there's not. But like that seems sick. Doing some snowboard shoots would be super cool. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's fun to shoot. Like what I think my favorite is.
Yeah, I wonder why there's no skateboarders. Like, is it
Sure,
because
there is.
Well,
yeah.
Last time you fucking were at the skate park to check, dude.
dude, all day.
Yo,
I wish I brought my
you
deck.
professional? I didn't think so.
Yeah, I could tell.
I could tell.
Well, I mean, I bet they are, but like, not at street league.
No,
Not like that
I don't
level.
know.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe though, like I found out there's hella professional bike riders in town that I didn't know about.
Yeah.
There's a lot of professional boxers in town that I didn't know about. There's like Reno's got a lot of talented people,
Yeah,
like
for
just
sure.
amongst us that we don't even know about, which is pretty wild.
Yeah.
Um,
It is weird, huh?
Yeah, so like every time I get introduced to a new world, I'm like, damn, we've got pros here in that world. Like that's crazy.
I mean, there was even like the kids that grew up at the Gardnerville skate park. Some of those guys were pro. I don't know if they still are, but they were like 2 years older than me probably. And a couple of years out of high school, they were sponsored by XXX company, like just skateboarding,
Oh, really?
getting paid to skate. Like those guys are pro and they were just from fucking Gardnerville.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's people around here
Yeah.
that are,
That's true.
I did just
Yeah.
start working for a skateboard brand actually though.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Those
like-
are cool.
Yeah, they're super sick. Techne Skateboards. Their dudes in town started it, and he's got this artist to make the sickest graphics. He did it all right. He's like, I'm gonna hire an artist to make some sick graphics. Like my board's gonna be made by professionals. He did everything right, so now he's just like building the team and trying to get these boards out. And he wants to do some skate videos. So like,
nice.
There you go.
there we go. Yeah, I don't know how I met that dude. I think through Instagram. Instagram's a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
If I didn't if I'm not constantly selling something, if I wasn't ever constantly selling something, I don't think I'd have Instagram.
Yeah.
Like it just
Yeah. That's
like we all use it for marketing.
Yeah.
But
50
fucking-
cal, especially.
but like I hate the world that it is, and I hate the world that
Yeah.
Facebook is. Like I've wanted to get rid of them both so bad, but I'm like, I get a lot of business from this, so
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I gotta hang on.
Yeah.
I'll never let go because I get so much business from it, but I fucking hate the world of social media.
Like, wonder what you would do without it. Like, you would just have to still, like,
Dude.
email at
Yeah.
least.
You'd have to like fucking door knock businesses. Hey, let me shoot this for you. But then
And they'd be like,
they'd
"What's your social media? Let
Yeah.
me see your stuff."
yeah,
and you're
exactly.
like, "Fuck
or
social
if,
media."
or if like it wasn't a thing at all, they'd be like, for what? What do we need this video for?
Oh, true. Because then the social media.
yeah. So
Yeah.
It'd be crazy.
crazy world we live in. And it's so. I mean, I'm stoked that it's people need videos and photos now.
Mhm.
Crazy that like that's
It's
where
going to
we're
be
at.
even more, too.
That's
Gonna be
what
even more.
Andy Frisella always says on his podcast. He says the most valuable job coming up is going to be the media guy.
The content creator
Yeah.
for
So-
sure.
Yeah. He said if there's one thing that he could get into, if he was young or something, it would be that. Because yeah, good job, guys.
Ow.
Every business needs one, basically, unless
I
you're
know.
just going to
It's wild.
hire here and there. But if you want to do like,
Dude, Randall's got like a team.
exactly that,
He's got like 3 photographers and 2 videographers.
so does Andy. Like, you
Andy's
have
got
to
a
when you're
team.
doing that much shit.
Dude, yeah, you have to. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I got hired at the sheriff's office because of it.
Mhm.
They needed a dude.
Yeah, sheriff office. Like, come on, dude, stick to the crime.
Let's get these lip sync videos out of here, dude. And just, car got broken
Yeah.
into.
Exactly.
Even like Alan's buddy Chris, you know Chris Stanton? He does some sick videos around here too. There's hell of videos and photographers around here, but
There's a lot.
I think he's working full time at Black Iron Gym. Alan said CrossFit gym in Sparks.
Oh, they pump out some sick content.
That's him.
Really?
You know, and that's his full-time job.
Just video guy?
He still does. Yeah, he still does like.
Double edge.
He need to cut the check.
Yeah, dude, Black Iron is a 1-up.
Black Iron's got someone on salary. You won't even give this guy a free membership?
Oh, dude.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I might drop my 40 off next week and never go back. Go to Black Iron.
Yeah, you go in there and get Chris out of a job.
Yeah.
I haven't met too many more content creators. Like, there's a lot of, like, you're taking gigs, and that's awesome. There's a lot of, like, just photographers who are,
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck they're doing just pictures. Like,
There
I
is a lot
get
of-
frustrated with a lot of them. Like it cool. Like, go take pictures of hella chicks, but like, what are you doing?
And they're just
like you're doing these free shoots to take pictures of hot chicks, but like, because you want to be a photographer.
Yeah.
But like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Like, go make some money, bro.
Yeah.
And then there's a bunch of people that, like, there's like 4 or 5 that do a bunch of wedding and stuff around here. Those guys are pretty sick, but they only do weddings.
Yeah, there's
That's because they pay a lot.
Yeah.
They pay hella.
And
Dude,
I
I'm
asked-
so done with weddings.
Dude, me too. And I asked one of them, I was like, hey, when's the last time you were like able to shoot for money, but it was all like your whatever you wanted? He's like, ooh, like 3 years. I was like, fuck, I did one like 2 weeks ago, you know? Like, but also he's making 4 or 5 times me, but not what he likes.
He's stressing
you know?
the fuck out.
Yeah.
Actually, they're pretty common. They're like, the guys who've done it for a while, like, they run that shit. Weddings, like, they're so smooth. Like, I've done quite a few, and I still, like, it's a fucking sweat fest nightmare,
Hard.
dude.
Dude, I can't imagine if you. What if you missed
Fuck
the
up.
shot, dude?
Like, you're freaking out the whole day of, like,
Seriously.
the fucking battery's charged, and, like, was the memory card good? Like, what the fuck? You got that?
Yeah,
Fuck,
lighting.
like,
Are they coming out
Fidel
yet?
and I do
Yeah.
them, and we're just, like, fucking sweating, and fucking bride's freaking out, and you're like, oh, yeah, we got it. Like, it's cool.
Oh, dude, Bridezillas.
Dude, bride's
No,
there.
Dude, I used to have to deal with them at the valet at Atlantis, and you can imagine you get a Bridezilla that's even considering the Atlantis. Like, dude, it's 10x of your Bridezilla. These crusty ass chicks fucking come in there.
Considering the Atlantis, you're like,
Yeah,
yeah, on your wedding day?
Can you imagine that?
No, I can't.
There's some that get married at the fucking chapel downtown where they always have that limo parked out front. And then the limo shows up and then they're fucking staying at Atlantis. I'm like, oh, dude. And like on a fucking Tuesday afternoon, just got hitched at 1:45 p.m. at the chapel.
Expect the best.
Limo comes to Atlantis, dude, and then you're off to your honeymoon at Atlantis.
Yeah. So why'd you guys pick Tuesday? We both wanted the week off. You know, it's like, you know,
Dude, it's insane. Can you imagine getting married like that?
That's weird.
no, I can't. It would be horrible.
I shot a wedding like that at the chapel. She's like, we just need you. Not even in the wedding. We just want you outside.
Oh, okay.
All right. That's weird, but sure. Where's this at? Oh, the fucking chapel. I know what's going on
Makes
here.
sense now. Honestly, dude, weddings like that, probably not their first one. Probably won't be their last. So they've had a couple shots at it. They're like, well, we've done it right before and didn't
They're
work
like,
out.
Derek, good seeing you.
Weddings are a trip, dude. And like now I'm just like being at so many and just seeing like so much money.
Weddings?
Yeah, dude. Just like, and people are just there to party.
I know, right?
Crazy world. I don't know.
I've only been to 2.
I still got a few more to do, so I probably should just shut up.
They're all listening. They're like, yeah, we don't need you
fine.
anymore.
Well, everyone will say that. Even if you do weddings full time, they know it's hard work. You
Yeah,
know?
it's brutal.
That's why it's so expensive. If it was
Yeah.
fucking easy, it'd be $500.
And then I hate that
Yeah.
dude pitching weddings like, hey, how much do you charge? This much. Like, well, that's kind of a lot. Well, go fuck yourself because it's a lot of fucking work.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care about your wedding, so there's that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what about when your buddy that you're like,
Yeah.
you're not buddies with like weekly, but it's like
Yeah.
every 3 months.
Exactly.
And
I'm
then-
getting hit up by those dudes, and of
What do
course
you
I got to
do?
do it for them, and I got to do it for cheap.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it's brutal.
It's hard. Those are the hardest ones to say. Like,
Yeah, because like you gotta explain to your buddy that, dude, this is a lot of work, and I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Um,
exactly.
But yeah, it's tough.
They don't really get it either. You know, you wouldn't unless you're a photo guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sounds easy. Oh,
And then,
shooting a wedding?
Yeah, the wedding's over and everybody's
Sounds
happy, but you're
fun,
like,
yeah.
shit, I got all this stuff to go home with. Make sure it doesn't get deleted, and then edit it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, it does suck, dude. It's long. And it's fucking monotonous to edit.
What have you been shooting lately?
I've been shooting with Census, and I linked up that revision thing.
What Sensus?
Sensus is a mountain bike. Cam Zink, do you know who that is?
Oh yeah.
So his company Sensus make grips, apparel,
Sick.
hats, and stuff. So yeah, we just launched the Meaty Paw, which is their new grip. I did all of their marketing and photos for that,
Sick.
and it was funny, dude. It's just a fake infomercial, and I've never drank more beer on that trip ever in my life, dude. They wake up, they have a cup of coffee, like 2 bottles of water, back to back, not like throughout hours. It's like within the hour. 10 a.m., 10:30 comes, we're cracking open natty light, dude.
Dude.
Yeah, until 1 in the morning.
Damn.
And then I'm sipping slow, and they'll go grab one for themselves and double check, like, it looks like JP hasn't got a new one in a while. Like, they mentally know that. Bring another one. You're like, no, I got one. I'm like, no, you're going to finish that soon, though. Like, dude, Jesus. But it's awesome people to work with.
That's awesome.
It doesn't feel like work. It's just a party every time.
Dude, that's what... Dude, photo and video can take you into some pretty cool places.
Yeah.
To do pretty cool things.
Yeah.
Like, it's endless. Everybody needs it, and there's so many different worlds where you're like I went with the mountain bike crew to this outdoor trade show where they needed somebody to shoot the whole time, and I'm like, I wouldn't be here if I wasn't the guy taking pictures, but like, crazy.
Yeah,
It opens doors, man. It opens a lot of doors.
And just like experiences, like
experiences
with Warped Tour with him, and now I get hooked up with these guys from that, and Tony from Reno as Fuck led me to these guys and a bunch of other people, So
what's up with Warped Tour?
What do you mean?
Are you going to be doing more?
No, they the last year was the last year of it.
Last year of Warped Tour?
Yeah, and I saw they're doing like a one-off date this year in like the Bay Area. I think I saw, but it's like a 1-day festival now.
Why is that? Why?
I don't know. I think I don't know the specifics on why, but yeah. So we did it in 2017, and then they did 2018, and then that was the last, like they said, last full year of it. So I assume they were probably going to do some like half runs or something, but then this one got announced for the summer, and it was like the just like a one-off festival day, but it had like all the OG Warped Tour bands. I don't think there was any hip hop on it.
Whoa.
Not sure, but it's like I don't even remember who's on
it.
It's
like Pennywise, Blink-182, Hatebreed, all the
OGs,
all the OG Warped Tour dudes.
Mm-hmm. So it'd be sick to go to actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if so, they should do Eminem.
You guys seem like you had a blast at those.
Yeah, it was
sick.
fun. It was
those look super sick.
It was super hard. It was brutal.
Is it
on your day, on your body, everything?
Yeah,
nonstop.
It's just fucking
just moving.
Yeah, it's day in, day out, and because it's every day and it's all day. It's like you sleep in the van, so literally in the van, like not on a bus. We were in my van that's in the driveway.
Shit.
So
where were you guys
like
sleeping?
He was on the floor in the back, and me and Neil were on the bench seats.
On the bench seats?
Yeah. And
which is only your side every night. Like you're only your side.
And fucking
you can
4
only
feet
sleep on your
long,
side.
dude.
Yeah.
Was it cold at all?
No, we were inside, so you could say, hey, turn on the heater.
Thank God I got that fucking... When I bought the van, I was like, I want the big engine. I want this grill, because they have 2 grill options, and I want rear AC. And that's what I was looking for forever. And thank God I got the rear AC, because we would have been baking hot every fucking day without that.
For sure, dude.
Because it's so long, dude. If you only have the front... It's cold as fuck up there, and it never gets to the back. So with the rear AC, you can have them turn it on, and it just blows on you all night. So it was good temperature wise, but dude, the roads in the fucking East Coast are horrible, dude.
Yeah, people say the roads suck here.
Nah,
these are
roads
great.
are awesome here.
These are great.
I remember
they are, dude.
Most of it is in the East Coast, most of the tour, and you're just going up and down the East Coast for a month. And then I remember. I think we were in like St. Louis or something, and then or Kansas City, and the next show was in Texas, and that was the first night that I did not wake up one time besides fueling in a month, because the road was fucking straight and it was nice all the way there. Like we didn't have one turn, and we just fucking were sleeping. But in the East Coast, dude, you're going over these shitty fucking bridges. You have some nights, dude. I'm doing the accounting the next morning, and we spend like fucking $40 in one night in fucking tolls.
Oh,
just to drive on the
on
road,
all the bridges,
and it's like $2, $2, $10 for a bridge. It's like, I remember that
you were like, Jason, what's this? He's like, what? Because he lives on the East Coast. The tolls. He's like, what the fuck's up with the tolls?
Like, can't we go another way, dude? They're like, this is it.
Yeah,
like, dude, you
your only way is
it's like 4 hours out of the way if you don't.
Yeah,
fuck, dude. And like, not to mention that, and then the potholes are just horrible. And you're fucking yeah. And sometimes you wake up, especially towards the beginning of the tour, and you think it's like the driver like fucking up or something because you're just waking up from it, and then you realize that he's not doing anything wrong. It's just how shitty the fucking roads are back there, which is so fucked. The horrible state government. I mean, California's getting there, but it's only the states with tolls everywhere, so you have to pay a tax to even drive on the fucking roads. And presumably that money is to maintain the infrastructure in the state, and they have the worst fucking roads out of all of them.
Where the fuck's the money going?
It's getting fucking squandered somewhere. But
I'd way rather have construction zones that are kind of slow on your way somewhere than consistent fucked up roads like that.
They're fucked up.
Like Nevada, every summer we're gonna look at a construction zone. Like it just happens, Yeah. But that's because they're fixing it.
But dude, like, so you deal with that pretty much all night, and then you get to the venue at 7 a.m. and then your day starts, and it's the same day over and over. It's like Groundhog Day. And like, as soon as you get there, like, you wake up and then you go to work, basically.
Yeah.
You're like, put on your fucking shirt, and then you're out of the back of the van. And like,
how many days?
It was 41 shows in 55 days.
41 shows?
Yeah. And like, especially on the East Coast, dude, like Florida was the worst. But I remember just waking up 7 a.m., tired as fuck. You slept like shit the night before, and you open the door of the van, and like the humidity just hits you. And then at that point you realize like, oh fuck, I can't take a shower until 10:30 p.m. tonight.
Where were you guys showering?
In Jason's hotel room. So I'll explain that in a second, but
let me grab one of these real quick.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm reliving it right now.
Hey, grab two. He's getting a beverage refresh real quick, everybody who's just listening. These are the best ones, dude.
Are they?
Yeah, these are their new one.
Funky Town?
Yeah.
So you get there, that humidity hits you. As soon as you move, you start sweating, and it's not really like hard work sweat like we get here. It's you just leak out of your fucking head. Yeah. It doesn't even like smell bad, nothing. It's just like weird water sweat. And then you fucking have to set up the merch tent. So we're parked out in the fucking boonies because we're in a van and trailer, and it's like, all the buses right next to the venue, vans and trailers fucking 1 mile away. Good luck.
No, for real.
Seriously, some of the venues was
a mile,
half mile.
And you guys got all your shit.
Yeah. And then so we had like our system set up where we had like the stage set up. Basically, we had 2 dollies, heavy duty dollies, and we had our stage set up with all the shit that we needed to take on stage as far as like Neil's gear and like our banners and all this shit. And then we had like the merch set up that had like the 2 crates of merch that we took to the venue every day. And then like our tent and all the other shit, chairs.
Everything you need for a booth.
Tables.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit. Yeah. So we had like teams. So I think me and you mostly did like, it kind of changed a little bit, but one of us would take the cart and the other person would take the other cart, basically. And we drop the stage one off near our stage. You have to find your stage, first of all. And then you kind of wait until this dude comes around and tells you where to set your tent up. And then you start popping the tent while the other people go find catering, which is in a different fucking spot every day.
Because catering is only open from, you get up at 7 and catering's 8 to 9.
Yeah, for breakfast. So you have to like be there.
You have to fucking rush.
8 to 9.
And you have to set up by 8 or by 9 because they open the thing at 9.
Sometimes.
So you got to cram it down and go fucking set up.
Yeah. So then like a couple people would set up the merch tent, and then a couple people would find catering and get everyone
their
food.
shit. Nice.
And then we would meet at the merch tent and we would eat. And then we usually had like a couple hours. Sometimes we had some downtime, depending on the show. Because on a lot of them, it was so fucking hot. It was like a heat wave that they postponed the doors a couple hours.
Also in fucking brutal heat.
Yeah. And that's what was hard about it too. Because then, so in that couple hours, like P would edit photo and video from the day before. I would sit there and do my accounting spreadsheet from the day before and all the money stuff. And then Neil would like set up the merch, and then Jason would help Neil set up the merch. Everyone would eat, and then
worked hard is no joke.
Yeah, dude, this is
work.
This is just the morning. We haven't even
You're fucking working.
Doors haven't even opened yet.
Harder than ever.
Yeah.
And you got to perform and sell shit. And guess what? You're doing it for the next 40 fucking days.
Yeah. That's why, like, the first 4, dude, I was like, I was in Vegas, I remember, on the phone with my manager. I was like, I don't know if we can do this.
This
like,
is hard.
I don't see how we're going to fucking make this.
I think we're going to die.
What didn't you
did it? Well, because at the very, we could have died in Phoenix for sure. But at the very beginning, we had an RV. And it broke down in the first 3 days.
No.
Luckily, it was probably the best case scenario roughly for it happening, because the first couple were in like Salem, Oregon, and Seattle. So we went and did Salem, Seattle, and then we had a couple days off. And then the next show was in like Albuquerque. So it was like, okay, perfect. Well, because this is one of those things where like you're not ready for it, but you do it and you figure it out. That's totally how this whole experience was. Because I was like, I got the call like, hey, you're doing this. And I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah. You know, what the fuck are we going to do? I have no clue what this is or what works. Yeah. And you just figured it out. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, that's actually a good thing. We'll hit those. I'm going to fucking plan this motherfucker like no other. Nice. And then we'll hit those first 2 shows. And then no doubt we'll know how have forgotten something, but we can come back here and like regroup and try to figure it out. And we had this motorhome packed to a T, like to where we didn't have to have a trailer. We had the Grom on the back and a hitch hauler. We had fucking all the side underneath storage taken, under the bed taken. Like everyone had a place to sleep. And we're like, all right, this is what we're fucking doing. And then the motorhome broke down coming up 80 back into Reno after those 2 days. And
lucky.
So it was right there.
Right here.
And then like no one would tow us because it was too big. And then we fucking
cat.
Yeah, he shows up every episode.
Surprise.
Yeah.
And then we let it cool down and it started back up. So I just fucking pinned it the whole way home. This is before we had Jason, our driver. So we were like switching off driving. And this motherfucker was hard to drive, dude. It was wide as fuck and sketchy ass roads. Yeah. And I just held this thing pinned the whole way home. Like hopefully it doesn't break down again. And we made it back here. We had I think we had 2 days off before we had to leave again. One day, the next day.
One full day
off. And I was like kind of scrambling, and we got it diagnosed, and they said it's probably the fuel pump, which is a 2-week job because you got to drop the fuel tank out of it. But I'll put a fuel filter in it. That's all we can do right now. I'm like, okay. And we put the fuel filter in it, and then the plan was Jason was flying into Vegas, and we were going to pick him up on the way because the next show was in Albuquerque. So then we were going to drive all day to Vegas, and then he was going to drive all night to Albuquerque and then play the show the next day. And then we fucking made it to Luning, Nevada, halfway between Hawthorne and Tonopah. Nothing fucking out there. There's a post office that was not open at 2:30 p.m. Okay. That's all that was there. And the fucking RV quit again right there. And we're like, fuck. And same situation, like, it's either tow it to Tonopah or tow it to Hawthorne.
And they ain't shit in Tonopah.
Exactly. Or Hawthorne. And we're like, fuck, dude, what do we do? And it was hot as fuck. And like, there was a couple shops there, but one was like, there was a mobile home attached to this shop, and there was like a number on the door to call. So I called it, and then this fucking guy's drinking beer and like comes out of the mobile home, and it's like, I can't fucking help you. Like, all right.
Never fixed one a day before.
Yeah, exactly, dude. It was crazy.
It's about a month.
And we let it sit for a while, and that's when I was like, fuck, dude, this is not good, because like Jason is in the air right now. He has no idea that this is happening. Like, fuck. So we got it to start again, and then it was either like make a decision to keep going to Tonopah or like turn around and try to make it back to Hawthorne. So I turned around and then pinned it to Hawthorne, and it was starting to get a little cooler because the sun had started to go down. And I was like, fuck it, dude, let's make it as far back as we can. And we made it back, and then it was like, go to Reno or go to Gardnerville, because my van and trailer were in Gardnerville at my parents' house. And luckily I own those two things, so we had them, because I would have been fucked without that.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, now how do we even get going?
Yeah.
And we made it all the way back to Gardnerville, and it was fucking pitch dark outside.
Swapped it all out.
Fucking, we loaded the trailer up with all our shit that was packed perfectly in the motorhome.
It was a crazy story.
And then we drove both back to here, and then
Miss New Mexico.
Oh, yeah, so you had to call that one
That was
off.
the only show we missed.
Homeboys in Vegas.
Yeah, I had to get him a hotel room, and we're like, dude, we'll be there tomorrow. And then but it was the same situation, because the next show was in Phoenix the next day. So the very next day, we did the same exact thing with the van. Drove all the way to Vegas, picked up Jason, and then he drove all the way to Phoenix. But then my whole plan for the entire tour was that we're gonna sleep while we drive. You know, there's ACs and there's generators on this motorhome. And then during the day, Jason is going to sleep in the motorhome with the generator running and the AC. And so that was another thing. The next morning, once we didn't have the motorhome, like, fuck, what are we going to do? And luckily I borrowed a nice Honda generator from my best friend's dad. And yeah, super quiet and everything. And he was kind enough to let us borrow it for the entire summer. And, he's like, yeah, just change the oil. I was like, cool, no problem. Yeah. And so we picked that up, and then I bought a fucking $300 AC unit that was supposed to be badass from Home Depot. Cool. And so that was my plan, that we're still going to roll with the same plan, but Jason's going to sleep in the van with this generator and this AC pumping in there all day, because I can't leave my fucking van running. Yeah. And we got to Phoenix, and it was 5:35 a.m. when we pull in, and we pull into this Walmart parking lot, and there's like bandwagons around because everyone goes to Walmarts. Mm-hmm. And it was so fucking hot, dude. It was 95 degrees at 5:30 a.m. The sun wasn't even up yet. And
in Arizona?
Yeah.
So I hate Arizona.
We had the fucking
Fuck you, Arizona.
The van on, the AC blasting, and we're just sitting in this parking lot, and it was too hot to sleep in the van. And then we fired up the generator. We put the AC like in the window with the vent blowing out and everything. And it was at that moment that we realized that the AC was not going to fucking work. There's no way.
It barely did anything.
Yeah. It was horrible.
Dude.
And then
there's a hot dog stuck in the car.
Then we played the Phoenix show that was outside, as almost all of them were. And it was like 115 degrees that day. And thank God it was on grass and not pavement like some of them were on. But that was the first time I experienced when we went to the hotel room on the Grom. You know, usually when it's hot.
Wait, so you put the Grom on the trailer?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And usually when it's hot and you're riding a motorcycle, you start to go and like you cool down a little bit, and there, like,
it's just getting hotter.
You're just going through a fucking oven, dude. It's so weird. But luckily my manager's husband was a bus driver for Sammy Adams. Yeah. On the tour.
That shit's dope as hell.
So she knew the situation that was going on, and that day he was like, oh, they can come shower at my hotel room and Jason can come sleep in our hotel room. And then that's basically what happened every single day of the summer, is that Sammy was paying for Moose's room.
Whoa.
Our driver was sleeping in the room with Moose every single night. And then 1 hour before bus call, Moose would leave the room. So if bus call was at 11 p.m., he would leave at 10. We would meet him at the lobby of the hotel at 10 p.m. and he would give us the key to the room. And then we would go up to the room. Jason was sleeping. We'd wake his ass up. We would all shower, and then we'd get on the road.
Dude.
That's how we did it every fucking day.
There'd be moments.
Every day, dude.
And it's not always 11.
I'm watching your fucking videos and stories going, these guys are having a fucking blast.
Yeah, well, we were, dude. We were definitely, but it was hard.
But like, that's a lot of work, dude. Yeah. Events, like, I've done a ton of events one day, and I fucking, at the end of the day, I'm like, fuck this, I'm done.
And I didn't even explain, like, you know, that was kind of the morning.
Setting up booths is a bitch.
Yeah. And then you're sitting there all day. Your set time changes every day. So sometimes it's at 11 a.m., sometimes at 6:30 p.m., sometimes it's in between. So you don't really, Like when you're doing a regular tour, like you're basically playing at
that's crazy.
8 or 9 p.m. every night.
So crazy.
And so you don't know when your set time's going to be. And then we had nowhere to go. Like with Sammy, dude, he was on the bus and he did fucking nothing all summer because he just had his merch guy. The merch guy had to sit out there all day. Sammy was on the bus, dude. We had no bus. So we were all merch guys.
Sometimes Sammy would let us on his bus sometimes though.
Yeah, towards the end of the tour when we like became friends with him. And that's when it hit me too. It was like the second to last show. And I hung out on Sammy's bus for like 2 hours with him. And he was, just hanging out and I was trying to get out of the heat. And then I was like, this motherfucker has been doing this shit all fucking summer. Just been sitting here in the AC, watching fucking TV, smoking weed. I'm like, Jesus, dude. And it's crazy. And we have nowhere to go, dude.
You have nowhere to go.
You go to the van and it's even hotter than it is outside.
You guys are savages for doing that.
And we're just sitting under the fucking merch tent all day.
You fucking earned that
walk
one.
around. Yeah, dude. Mm-hmm. And then you basically, after the show's done,
you're like, you want to talk about Warped Tour?
Yeah.
Get ready for this shit.
You sit there, dude. You sit there.
Welcome to hell.
Until you're until you're ready to pack up. Then you have to pack up the entire tent again, put it on the cart.
Yeah.
We have already packed up our stage shit when you do it right after you perform. Drag it back to the van, fucking half mile, and then me and Neil would like set up the tents. P would edit some photos, or me and Neil would set up some tables, and then we would restock the merch on how many we sold because we had just boxes of merch in the trailer. Mm-hmm. Restock, get it ready for the day. Fucking sometimes I'd work out right there if I couldn't throughout the day, and you're just fucking you go to catering for dinner, and then you're just sitting there until bus call. When sometimes it's at 10 p.m., sometimes it was at 12, dude. Yeah. And it's like again, nowhere to fucking go. And we're like, well, just fucking sit here.
It was better with a longer drive because when it's bus call is at 1 p.m. and it's only a 3-hour drive. Oh, yeah, 1 a.m., 3-hour drive. You're like,
fuck, dude, what are we going to do until midnight?
We're not going to, we only have a little bit when Moose leaves. He's trying to sleep as long as he can, So we're just sitting around doing nothing. Literally, one time we were in the parking lot and we were just sitting there like, doing nothing. I'm like, I'm in fucking Tennessee right now, just sitting in the fucking parking lot, like no dope, nothing, like
no dope,
nothing, dude.
Just waiting for fucking somebody to tell me to do something.
I remember that was like the best part of those nights when it's like, fuck, dude, what are we doing? And then the sun goes down and you're like, well, at least it's not going to get any hotter because that's about like throughout the day. It's like sometimes it's fucking hot as fuck, and then it torrentially downpours for 30 minutes, and then you're back to being hot as fuck. And it's like, damn, dude, it's just going to keep getting hotter.
Storms, too. Remember in North Carolina? Mm-hmm. It was, like, super nice out, then it got hella windy.
Yeah, that's how the East Coast is, dude.
Really?
It storms for, like, 30 minutes every day.
I spend a lot of time out there.
It's like, the leaves are everywhere. Your
tents are fucking flying out.
And you're like, dude, Mary Poppins is about to show up.
Dude, you see a fucking merch tent flying by. We're, like, hanging on to ours. Like, don't let this fucking thing go, dude.
Don't let that be ours, man.
Yeah, that's right. And then 5 minutes later, you're like, fuck this, dude, it's so hot out, no wind, nothing.
Wish the rain would come back.
We're going to Arizona a lot for on some of these boxing trips, and I like a lot more times than I'd like to, and
dude. Well, at least you'll probably be inside for a lot of it.
True, but like, fuck that shit still.
Yeah.
I mean, now I'll just think about you guys and go, fuck, stop being a little bitch. Those dudes had to do a lot more than I had to do.
Yeah, we had that fucking 115-degree day in Phoenix, and then the next day was in Vegas, and it was the same temperature.
I hate Vegas.
And we had such a long fucking trek, but the show was inside for some stages and outside for some, and we lucked out and got to go inside. But because it was so brutal those last couple days with the breakdown and then having to deal with Phoenix and like not knowing if we're going to even be able to continue the tour and not knowing about the RV and this and that if we weren't inside, I don't know what would happen. But I remember that's when I was inside, I was on the phone and said, I don't know if we can fucking do this or like how we're going to do this in the van. And like we just kept going, and by the time the fucking RV was fixed, we were in Tennessee. So it's like no going back. Now we're fucking in the van. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Us now.
And then I got
this is who we are now.
Yeah, I got the RV tatted on me, and I got the van tatted on my legs.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Yo, that's dope.
On the top up here.
That's dope.
Yeah, I'll never forget that.
After that fucking adventure.
Yeah, it was an adventure, but at least the RV broke down here. I mean, within 3 hours of home both ways.
That's lucky as fuck.
Dude, because what if it didn't happen? If it was 3 days later, we would have been in fucking Colorado.
And then what?
fucked.
Buy a van.
Then you're stopped the
Then
tour.
you're fucked. You're like, guess we're going back to Reno.
What would you
Yeah.
have done?
I don't know.
I
have
think
no
we
idea.
would have. I don't think you would have spent a lot of money just to make that tour happen. You would have been like, we can't do it.
You might have. I
I
bet
don't know.
you might have like tried to find somebody to fix it and like as fast as they could and then catch up.
Oh,
Yeah,
true. Yeah,
miss
yeah.
a few shows, but
Yeah.
still, dude, it's like, and then that would have fucking killed, you know, paying to repair that and then having to
Yeah,
buy a
that would've-
hotel for 5 days for
For-
2 hotel
for
rooms
that.
for us. And it's like, fuck,
Waiting on some dude who you hope to God
Yeah,
can fix your
fucking
problem and order
Carl's
the right shit.
auto repair.
Yeah.
Dude, what a
Backwoods
You
crazy
were about to
story,
say
dude.
Chuck's, were you?
Yeah,
That's
Chuck's
that's
Auto.
an adventure.
Yeah, it was.
That's
dude.
cool though. But you guys had hella fun though.
We did.
Hella fun.
Yeah, for sure. But it was just like brutal. Like every time,
Yeah.
oh, how was that? I'm like, dude, it's fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Oh,
Whoa, we almost died.
Sit down. Let me tell you.
yeah,
Yeah.
you got 45 minutes because you ever gotten out of a pool? That's how it is.
All
Every
the
fucking
time.
day, all day.
Yeah. I remember one
I'm
time
like,
I woke up and it was in Orlando and we parked in the gravel, like loose gravel, and I had to. He was next to me. He was a little ahead of me because he was working out and stuff. And we were pushing the thing through the tires weren't rolling. It was just through the gravel, and I get to the pavement, and I'm just my shorts are so wet from my chest sweating. Like I just woke up 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, this is at 7:15
That's
a.m.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude,
I was like, "Fuck this."
I was just in Belize last month.
Yeah,
Yeah. Every fucking day. Wake up, shower, clothes on, walk outside, 20 minutes later, fucking soaking wet.
Yep.
And you're like, great. Like, I'm spending the whole day in this, and it's only going to get worse. Fantastic.
yeah. Did you ever go no shirt, or do they say not to?
Dude, they don't like that, dude.
Dude, they made it. Oh, we forgot to
Shut
say
up,
that
dude.
on the last episode.
They fucking hate that shit.
On our last
Never go no shirt.
on our last episode, we told some Warped Tour stories with Neil, and that was one we forgot because the rule was you always have to have a shirt on in catering,
Oh,
and they fucking made an example out of his ass because he basically had no shirt on, no clothes on the entire summer,
dude.
like from fucking 7 a.m. No
Oh,
shirt.
that's why
dude.
your shorts got so wet.
I
you have a
only
shirt
wore
on.
swim trunks and boxers.
And you're just
That's
like, this
it,
is
yeah.
me.
That's it.
And
Yeah,
sometimes
this is
you'd
me.
see him like right at the beginning with a Hawaiian shirt on that was open, but then that thing was ditched within 10 minutes, dude.
What's the point? This is going to get wet.
And I think that was in Nashville where
Yeah.
catering was a fucking trek up this hill to this building. And we're like, fuck, dude, it was so far. It was like a 15, 20-minute walk.
Dude,
And
Uphill too.
you're probably hungry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so we get there and it's like a line to go into catering and all that.
And a line.
Yeah. And then he had no shirt on. And
Waiting in
they
this line.
were like, you're either going to get a shirt or we're going to duct tape your nipples like all the way around your body. And he was like, fucking tape me. And I don't think they were expecting that, but they fucking taped him.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they put
Yeah, they taped me.
duct tape all the way around over
Hella
both
tight.
nipples and then like around. And he just
Male
rocked it,
nipples are
dude.
fucking so offensive.
Well, I'm Filipino and it looks weird.
But he's like, dude, there's no way I'm walking back to the fucking tent
Fuck
to
you.
get
Give
a
me some
shirt.
food.
dude.
Tape my nipples right
Tape
fucking
me
now.
up.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
weirdos.
And people were looking at me, laughing at me. It was bright pink tape, and I was like,
Fuck them. I'm eating.
I'm eating. Yeah, yeah.
We eating.
Yeah, we eating. And it's on
laughing at my
their
nipples,
dime.
but I'm getting my food.
Dude, it would have been 30 minutes before you were back with a fucking
That's
shirt.
so weird. That
And
they
lunch
said-
would have been done.
And what, they have nipple tape on deck for people who don't have
Yeah,
shirts?
dude, they had it ready.
Like,
Yeah,
oh, don't
it
forget the
was-
tape in case people come in shirtless. We got to tape their nipples.
Yeah.
Well, it's 100 out. I'm sorry. Fuck, dude. Like,
Dude, that was another thing. Just like you, Double Edge has never seen a fucking member like you. I guarantee Warped Tour has never seen a crew like us.
yeah.
We were the fucking oddball. In a tour full of oddballs, like weird fucking
Yeah, yeah.
people, we were the weirdos.
For sure.
When they
Which
were
is
all the
weird,
same, we're
yeah.
the fucking
Dude, the
weirdos.
haircuts, the shaving
Yeah.
people's heads and
Uh-huh.
shit,
Yeah.
giving them mullets.
Yeah.
And just like our
Fucking pumping
that,
those out.
and just like our whole attitude, like hustling merch all day and just like grinding it out and just being fucking weirdos to people.
riding the grum, like,
Oh yeah, with pit bike through the
Grom,
pits.
dude.
All
You still got the
time.
Grom, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Fucking like Groms, dude.
And
I want one.
what else did we do that was just weird? I mean, I don't know.
we do a lot. Well, everyone would always look at us like, even on the last day, people like you don't see everyone because there's so many people on the tour, and they'd be like, And people would double question me when I'm like trying to my job was to get water for the people, and they're like, "Who you with?" I'm like, "Fiki at Full Sail," and they were like, "Okay," like they double check a lot. Like, let's see this
crazy
motherfucker.
Because dude, it's like
I'm sweating in there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, your clothes probably gave it away, but like most of the people are like tatted and like black hair, just like a typical metal band that you'd think of. That's how like every fucking one looks, and like the chicks have shaved heads. And,
Yeah,
like,
you look like
tattoos
you're in
on
a
your
band.
head. Yeah, that's how everyone looks. Even if they're, I mean, everyone's with a band, but like the tour managers look like that. Like everyone fucking looks like that. And then there's us and fucking Neil back then with his crazy ass hair, and we're wearing the glasses. We're fucking selling the glasses, and like
I'm blind.
You guys are selling pit vipers out there? Oh, sick.
Yeah, JP had the fucking mirror from the display they gave us, and he's fucking blinding people to get them to come buy merch.
I'd blind the people that would tour with us. Like, come on, buy a shirt. And they're like,
yeah, dude, Knowlton.
Knowlton.
This kid was fucking Knowlton's hella cool, dude. He was fucking selling ices. Like that was his whole job on the tour. There was like 6 people that just sold fucking ices.
Whoa.
And he would come over, and that was a job that like none of those guys fucking wanted to do shit every day. And like I remember the first time he met JP, he's like obviously fucking working, dude. He has like the container of ices, like the refrigerated thing. Yeah. And JP's like trying to sell him merch. He's like, I'm working. He's like, I know, dude, I'll hook you up. And like he was going back and forth, and like Knowlton couldn't fucking figure out if JP was being serious or not. And they went at it for like 20 minutes straight, dude. And it was just like Knowlton couldn't figure out if JP was like actually a dick, because he would start to walk away and be like, dude, whatever. Like, I knew you weren't going to buy a shirt or whatever.
Just talk shit, yeah.
And like every day after that, Knowlton was just hanging out at our tent for like 2 hours, just getting out of the sun and just chilling with us.
There'd be times when I'd be trying to sell one. He hasn't bought it yet, and Nolan would be like, yeah, you guys should buy it behind our tent, like chilling with us. Yeah.
Just the icy dude was
and
fucking
give us
selling
ices.
Yeah, he's like, you guys want one? Free. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Just hook us up with ices. And every day, you know, he'd come by, buy a shirt. Knowlton, buy a shirt. And he fucking bought a shirt at the end of the summer. We sold him one.
Yeah.
I think Neil sold it to him.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, dude.
That was so fun. I would do it again for sure.
I would
the
do
same
it again.
way.
Yeah. The same way? I don't know.
I could. I've done it once.
True.
Boom.
Yeah,
I think we would be better.
Now you're
this
just
time,
professionals at it.
Yeah, we would make it better for sure. But
yeah, because I mean, we were much more with it towards the end. Once we figured it out more, you take the whole learning curve out of it, it would definitely be easier. It would still be brutal, but
yeah.
I mean,
what a
it would
trip.
be better on a bus.
What a trip.
Sure.
So these dudes who get buses, like they just fucking buy a bus or rent a bus?
Yeah, you rent it. I mean, they're so expensive
Dude,
to purchase.
like,
they're like $1 million.
How much is it to rent one? I bet that's
About $1,000 a day.
A day.
Yeah. So the bus rental is.
Are you getting paid on Warped Tour?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Not that much.
He paid us
Yeah.
even. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
shit.
didn't make shit, honestly. Like, it
That's
costs
cool.
so much to go. Like, I mean, they had to get paid. Like, there's no way I could ask them to do that for free.
Yeah.
So I think I gave you guys like $3,000.
Would
$3,000. I would have done it for free.
I know,
Oh,
but-
dude. $3,000?
$3,000 for
Whoa.
2 months.
Yo.
Yeah.
But
Bad touch backed.
yeah. Fact.
I got
I-
it tatted on me, so
I spent, I mean,
Worth
we were making like $600
Sounds
a day.
fucking awesome.
We were making $600 a day, and then some of the tour shows were half days where their attendance was less, so we'd make $300 on those days. But and then plus merch, but we didn't really sell all that much merch. We sold like $7,500 for the entire tour, and fucking like Neck Deep would do like 15,000 in one day. So that's the difference. But
How much a day?
mean,
They would do how much a day?
like a good day for them was $15K
whoa.
for one day.
15,000 one day.
Who the fuck? Who?
Neck Deep, they're like a huge pop punk band.
Whoa.
Yeah, they were like the main band on the tour, or one of them. But so like according to the spreadsheets, after I paid everyone, I made $8,000 for the whole tour. But what the spreadsheets did not show is what I spent before the tour, and I spent $8,000 before we even left the house.
With
I
all
made
that
$241 for the entire tour.
Fuck yeah.
When I got home and we looked at it, I was like, oh, fucking sick, dude. $241.
Dude.
What I made.
Damn.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
Worth
know
it,
it
dude,
wasn't
worth
much,
it.
but at least
Worth
it
it.
was positive.
Yeah. Could have been
Worth it.
negative easily with one more hotel.
One more hotel or seriously, huh?
Yeah. That's why I was like every night I'm telling Jason, like I was being the fucking cheapest guy. I'm like, dude, like just like try to like keep it at 55, dude. Or like save fuel.
Yeah, sure.
Like we need every fucking penny we can get.
Yes, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. And I would have tried, we would all try to sell merch too, because we
make
knew
more money.
Yeah. And that was money that he spent
So much more at that
too.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I spent like $5,000 just in merch before we left because you have to have a lot. And yeah, I mean, it was $1,000 for the tent setup, which was super cheap. Shout out ChinaFlagMakers.com. That's what it was
called. Deal for a tent.
Yeah.
Because those things are fucking expensive.
It was $980 and it was a tent, two tablecloths, one for the merch and one for the stage. 2 of the retractable banner stands for the stage.
Damn.
The tent had a backdrop and the side things.
Yo.
ChinaFlagMakers.com, dude. Check them out. And and shipped from China, 2-day shipping, $980 for all that.
Whoa.
Yep.
All right.
Gold
English, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the dude that I work for, Trevor down in LA, the agency dude, is somehow related to the guy who started Easy Up.
Okay.
Hooked it up with an Easy Up tent.
Sick.
Which is like, I think those things are like
$20
for the fucking tent and like the top graphic. Anything else is way more money.
Sweet.
Right.
That's a killer deal.
It is.
I need to get a Gold English one.
Yeah. ChinaFlagMakers.com.
China Flag Makers.
Yep. I was like, wow, dude, this is, I'm sending these people in as like a PayPal payment. I'm like, fuck, dude, it's debatable if this even fucking shows up.
Is this real?
Yeah. You should also apply at B2 Sign. They do a bunch of signs. Super cheap. They did this. $40 shipped.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
It's cheap, yeah.
Look at some of those fuckers.
Yeah, you could do metal. You could get, I don't think they're that cheap, but you can also do banners.
What did you call it?
B number 2 and then sign.
Sign.
Yeah. I don't know why.
Website.
But you apply and then they call you and email you and like ask you a bunch of questions.
Oh, dope.
Make sure you're legit. And then they say, all right, we're going to review it and you'll get an email if you're accepted or not.
Oh.
And if I can, you can. Yeah. So.
Yeah, dude, I went cheap on everything. I mean, luckily, like we know people for some stuff, and like I happened to find that tent thing, and like for the RV, I borrowed it from, even though we ended up not using it, but it's so expensive. Like the bus is $1,000 a day. Bandwagon is like a mini bus kind of, and it's $435 a day. One of those fucking rent me RV things is like $250 a day, but it's limited to 100 miles a day. So there's no fucking way that would have worked.
Oh, weird.
And Rich, the dude that owns Motosource, nicest guy in the world. I was over there, like, yeah, talking to Brendan that worked there, and he's like, "Did you find an RV yet?" I'm like, "No." And he's like, "You need an RV?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, let's take mine." I was like,
that's how he is. Yeah.
I was like, "Are you serious?" Like, "Yeah." I was like, or he's like, "What days do you need it?" I'm like, it's like, "Oh, yeah, we need it for Mammoth." And I was like, "Well, Neil's aunt owns a condo in Mammoth. What if I get you the condo?"
Ooh.
And he's like, "Yeah, sure." So I had to rent the condo, and it's like a luxury fucking condo, but it was only like the aunt hooked it up.
Dude, there's so many variables in this operation.
$800. I got the condo for $800, but usually, like, especially the winter rate for that condo is like that or more per night.
Yeah.
And we got it for 10 days for $800 for Rich.
Oh shit. That's
so I basically rented the RV for $800 for the entire summer.
Sick.
So it was like insane hookup, even though we only used it for 3 fucking days. But
yeah. Oh, that's bad.
But it was still an expense. And then like all the supplies that I thought we were gonna need, you know, as far as like stocking the RV, which we didn't fucking use. Like we're still right now, we are on our last soap detergent, because we bought like 4 of those big fucking ones, and we only do 3 loads of laundry a week. So a year and a half later, we are finally out of laundry detergent.
Look at that.
Yeah, dude.
That's lean, dude.
Wrote that motherfucker off. But yeah, dude. It's crazy.
Dude.
All the shit that I bought.
But you guys figured it out, man.
Yeah.
And like that is an insane operation to hear that. Anybody else might be like, dude, I don't know, we're fucking ready. Like we need all the
I didn't know.
Like, fucking figured it out.
Dude, honestly, if it wasn't for him saving before his whole life, honestly, we wouldn't have been able to go. We would have had to ask people to help pay for it, you know?
Yeah, also, like, no idea that it would cost that much money to be a part of that.
Yeah.
All the preparation, fuck the merch alone. Shit, that'll set you back like crazy.
$5,000. Yep.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And that, like, I did as cheap as possible. Like, I wanted to have
One color
variety,
brands,
but
yeah.
I did some that were one color and then some that were sick. And then I had the TSC wholesale account, so I got the garments
Nice, yeah.
cheap
I got that
as
shit.
I could, and like cutting corners everywhere I fucking could. But it was still so expensive.
What a fucking operation.
Yeah, crazy though.
That was fun.
It was good.
I've
Good
always wanted
times.
to know that, how that shit works.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, big bands they have.
Big
Get a
bands.
fucking leg cramp, but
Yeah, they got
yeah.
fucking all the resources available.
yeah, the
and
label
like
fronts a
bunch-
lot of the shit, and then they hook them up. You know, the tour manager does the
Their
day-to-day
merch is
stuff.
arriving at
and-
fucking events.
yeah,
Exactly.
and that was a big operation too, and that would have been a good problem if we ran out of merch, but we didn't. And I was kind of like, what happens? But it's like, don't worry about that until it happens.
Yeah.
But I did discuss that with our print shop, like, hey, can you guys like drop ship us merch somewhere? She's like, yeah, we just need a couple days. I'm like, okay, you know, it'll be a good problem if it happens, but it didn't happen. But yeah, they would, on certain dates, it would be like a shipping day, and all the big bands were shipping in more merch, and their merch guys were fucking wheeling in boxes and boxes of new shit.
like pallets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen that
Crazy.
operation. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be cool if we sold all those. We didn't even sell all of one shirt, so
Mm-mm.
damn it.
Yeah.
Close though.
Yeah, we sold, a good amount, $7,500, but
Still killer.
yeah.
Mhm.
Fuck it. You guys were there for the fucking experience and the adventure.
Yeah.
I think it's dope.
I bet I could double that if I went back.
Yeah, dude, selling pee.
Yeah. That's right.
All right, just fucking wrap it up. It's been 2 hours.
Hell yeah. Nice. Just so you guys know, we do have a Patreon account and you guys can donate there. So
Do it.
Go to bedpodcast.com. Links to the Patreon account and the PayPal one-time spare change donation. And our Patreon has different tiers, but you can have the highest tier called the Legendary Sleeper. One spot available, $15,000 per month for a minimum of 6 months, and JP will get Go to Bed tattooed on his head.
on the top of my head.
You won't.
He
I
will, dude. He's getting this, dude.
I
He's
will.
getting
I'll
your
get
art.
this.
Fuck yeah.
I'll get this. 100K, 15 grand a month for a minimum of 6 months or a one-time payment fee.
I got the tattoo artist lined up, dude.
Really?
Oh,
Fucking
that's
Ink
true.
Master, dude.
Will he charge me?
Not for that.
Really? On top of my head.
Fuck no.
Right here.
We'll make a video. He won't charge you.
Damn, dude.
You
That's
hear-
all
if
profit.
anyone is listening, which you probably are, fucking, did you hear that? Say that one more again. You have what lined up?
Ink Master Season 11.
Let's go.
Don't even
Cut that
gallon.
check.
Guess
100K,
what?
baby.
Now
100K.
we can start promoting that. JP will get Go to Bed tattooed on his head by Ink Master winner.
Dude, he'll do it. He
He
ain't
will?
scared.
He will?
He'll fucking do it.
Cool.
You kidding? That? Yeah.
That go to bed on the top of my head?
Absolutely.
Cool.
All right, Mike is at that Lucido kid on Instagram.
Yep.
What else do you want to plug? At Gold English, or is it at Gold
Yeah,
English
check out
Goods?
Gold English for sure. 40% off. That's a fucking fat hookup.
What's the website?
Discount code goldenglishgoods.com.
Perfect.
And then the discount code is spring cleaning. No caps, one word. 40% off. That's a fucking fat deal.
That is. And if
You help
anyone,
us sell all that shit, we're going to make cool fucking new shit.
And if anyone wants to hire you for some selective all
Dude.
caps art or photo video.
One word.
Yep.
Hit me up on Instagram, that Lucido Kid.
Sweet.
I answer all my messages. Hit me up.
100%
Slide in
response
those
rate.
DMs. 100% response rate.
All right, another quick shout out to our sponsors, Walden's Coffee House, 3 locations here in Reno, and also at EnduroFest on Instagram.
May 4th.
Ty Tremaine,
Cody Webb and Sparks.
be there. I think that's about it.
Yeah. So get a pillow off our merch store. Get a blanket off our merch store. And
Good night.
good night.
Cut that check, cut that check, cut that check, cut that check. I need my check, I need my check, I need my check, I need my check.